What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Happy Friday. Gotta let the music finish. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. This week went by really fast. It's another week that goes by real fast. Time goes by real fast. It's crazy how fast time goes. It seems like the older you get, the faster time goes. It's like a day used to seem to take forever. When you're a kid, it's like, oh man, I gotta make a 30-minute drive. You know, you weren't driving at that time, but you were sitting in the back seat or whatever. And it just felt like forever, man. 30 minutes was like a long fucking time. Now it's like 30 minutes ago, I was setting up the stream and then that went by in like 2 minutes. It's crazy. Time does change. The older you get, it seems to go faster and faster and faster, which is kind of fucked up because you have so little of it, but yet it doesn't slow down. It's just phew, 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 phew. Next thing you know, 10 years of your life is gone. Where did it go? I don't know. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. We're going to be talking about a lot of different stuff today. First off, we'll talk about good old Paulina Luna. She's a politician that's hard to hate. Now, why is she hard to hate? Well, that's why she's hard to hate right there. It's difficult to hate a woman like this, you know? I think this is going to be the future of our country. Basically, we just need to get the hottest politicians, like the hottest women, put them in office, and people will love them no matter what they do, you know? I mean, not the women. Who cares about the women, right? The men will. The men will fucking just anything you say, Anna. Whatever you want to do, Anna. You want to invade Mexico? Let's go, Anna. Let's invade Mexico. You want to ban free speech? I'm down, Anna. Let's ban free speech. Oh, my God. Yeah. So the hottest politician, I think, of all time. Got to be of all time. And yeah, she was on Rogan. And she started talking about interdimensional aliens. You guys remember interdimensional aliens? You know, the DMT realm where you smoke DMT and the next you know, you're talking to the little green people, the elves, the machine elves, they call it. I've made videos about it before. I'll pull up my old video of Meet the Alien after this so we can have a little laugh. But let's listen to it. I caught little pieces of it on Twitter, but I haven't seen the whole JRE clip. So we'll watch this, and we got a lot more to get into. We got Trump and Putin. I don't think we're going to get a peace deal. It's sure seems nice, and it's good to be hopeful, but Zelensky's not going to make peace. Zelensky's making too much money off of this war. The elite class in Ukraine is just grifting the shit out of this. And then you got to get the EU to go along. The EU's not going to go along. So, it's a nice attempt from Trump, but if you got to get Zelensky to approve of it, it's not going to happen. So we should just basically go, okay, we tried. Good luck, Ukraine. Good luck. And trust me, it's not going very well for Ukraine. It's not. There's a lot of like Ukraine bros who are like, oh, Ukraine's kicking Russia's ass. No. Ukraine's not going to win that war. The only reason they have a chance is because we're supporting them and sending them so much fucking guns and, bombs and missiles and, everything. All of our old shit's going to them. So it's going to be a big nothing burger, unfortunately, but we'll get into that as well. And then we got the latest on Alex Jones and INFOWARS, the whole lawsuit from Sandy Hook. It looks like it might actually be happening now. It looks like they might actually be shutting down INFOWARS to sell it off, to pay off the $1.5 billion he owes the Sandy Hook family. Which that's crazy. I hope that doesn't happen, but it looks like it's going to. But let's get right into this Paulina interview with Joe Rogan, which, yeah, by the way, I'll probably make a cut of this. This is one I probably will have to make a cut of. We'll see. I haven't watched the whole episode, so I don't know if it's going to be, if there's any good lines, but I'm sure I can make them. I can make it work.
When I was stationed at Portland
What's up,
Air
everybody?
National
Hope everybody's doing
Guard,
good. What's up,
my job there was
Talk?
an airfield manager, so I would interface and work a lot with the F-15 pilots at the unit. And so there had been an airspace incursion that had taken place when I was still at the time at the Guard. And I remember kind of talking to some of the pilots about it, and I was like, what was that? And they're like, we can't really talk about it. And no one really wanted to address it. And so from what I'd gathered, that had been likely a UAP. And so that kind of was my perspective. Granted, I also grew up in the generation of the X-Files and, I don't know if you remember 94 Independence Day. So like for me specifically, I didn't look at it with like a crazy lens and perspective. I'm like, you never know if, we're the only ones out there essentially.
But why did you assume that if it's a top secret incursion that he couldn't talk about, that it wasn't just a military craft from another country?
Because of the way that he was discussing it.
What did he say?
So he had been, he didn't want to, from what I gather, get taken off flight status. And he's like, I really can't discuss it. We couldn't really like identify it essentially, and it had outperformed them. And so that was my first, from a military perspective, kind of experience with someone who basically, there's a stigma within the flight community. Do you want to lose your security clearance? Is there this level of crazy that people kind of brand that will stick with you and kind of ruin your career?
But doesn't he have instrumentation on his jet?
Well, at the time, right? So it's an older platform, but he really didn't want to even talk about it. And I bring that up because now with our investigation and the task force that I run, actually.
John, I checked it. Look, I'm sorry to derail everything, guys. John, we love you. You got to stop crashing out every episode, John. It's not fun. It's not fun for us to have to walk you off a ledge when you crash out every time. Your name changed, John, so I thought you were somebody else. Because there's a lot of people impersonating you, and then all of a sudden you show up and your name changes. But I clicked on your profile, and I know that's the real you, Descended Zombies, John McCarter. So welcome, John. Stop crashing out so much. It's not fun. Thank you, Spocko. Aliens are. I believe
Spocko
interdimensional
chatted
aliens. I do believe in that.
Aliens are a sip.
I've never done DMT, but the stories I've heard, I'm kind of sold on that. I do think there is a thing going on where there's all kinds of frequencies, and we're only locked into our frequencies, but there's all kinds of shit happening around us. I do kind of believe in that. And then now, Anna Paulina, the hottie herself, is saying it's real. So I don't know. Let's keep listening. But yeah, John, pick yourself up. Find a way to push through the pain, John. We love you.
Actually, the reason why the task force was formed was because of an event that happened at Eglin Air Force Base where both myself, Representative Matt Gaetz, and Representative Tim Burchett actually had responded and gone to investigate multiple Air Force pilots that had come forward in regards to UAP incidences that had occurred, and they were alleging that the Air Force was covering it up.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was that. And I'm happy to go into detail on that one. But what I will tell you is the stuff that I saw at Eglin, how the military responded, me being, a former service member, and then ultimately what I saw with the pushback of the military not even wanting to share with Congress information, which is a big problem because when you have Congress that's supposed to be the advocate and voice for the American people, the oversight body, and you're being denied access, not just from a base commander, but high level up at the Pentagon, even Secretary of Defense, it's a problem.
Do you think that it's possible that these are U.S. vehicles that are top secret?
I definitely think that there's a level of advanced technology that the U.S. government has. And I
agree with that, too. I think a lot of the UFO sightings are just mainly things we can't explain. It doesn't mean they're aliens. But I also think it's part of the cover-up from the government to cover up their technology, the latest shit they have.
I think that
which they've done already. That is something they have already done. So why wouldn't they be doing it again?
That tech can be housed within the defense contract realm. And of course, some information is going to be classified. But I can also tell you, and this might sound crazy, but based on our investigations and stuff that we've seen, okay, there is definitely something.
You don't got to change your name, John. I know it's really you. I just didn't know because your name changed. But you're good, John.
That I think would rival what we know currently with physics, and a tech that potentially is out there that we don't have the ability to reproduce, because it would basically be like dropping a cell phone right off back during the time of maybe caveman. So we just don't have the tech to develop it yet. What I can also tell you is based on our interviews, and this has been something that you can go back and watch with the congressional hearings, but I was actually able to ask some of the witnesses, what are these things? And they keep saying interdimensional. And then when you talk about the interdimensional aspect of, are these things pre-existing, maybe outside of what we currently know as our own dimension, that stuff can kind of all sound crazy. But at the end of the day, my job as an investigator is...
Joe, you got to get her to do some DMT. Joe, if you didn't invite her to smoke some DMT with you after this, it's a missed opportunity. Because you could be like, we can talk to the interdimensional aliens right now, Anna, you little hottie. Let's go talk to the aliens, Anna. Just give me, quick, just take 3 big hits, hold it in. I've never done DMT, but you can talk to the aliens if you want to. There is a doorway that can be unlocked.
Is to receive
It's
all
crazy,
the
I know,
information,
but it's
decipher
true.
it, and then ultimately from a congressional aspect, if you do
Although it might not actually be interdimensional aliens, it might all just be in your head. But it is a little weird when everybody's seeing the same shit,
have contractors that are withholding information or operating outside of the purview of the federal government. I mean, there's budgetary issues, but there's definitely something that I can tell you with confidence that exists that we don't know how to explain currently.
So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but we just gotta, just a reminder of who he's talking to again. This is her. Fucking shit, dude. My God. I mean, this picture right here, like, I don't even think this is real. There's no way that anybody's this hot. This ain't even real. And then she's a fucking politician. How old is she? I wonder how old she is.
So when you say that
Just had to remind you.
operates outside our understanding of physics,
How old is she?
What specifically are you saying? Like what happened?
To I guess break it down in simple terms is that I think that
36.
some of the tech that exists, that whatever these things
She's gonna be hot for a while too. It ain't going away. This hotness is not going away, dude. I bet you she's gonna hold it because she's got that Latino, at 36, Latino, still looking good. She'll hold it down into her 50s, guys. Is she single?
have these
I didn't know
energy
she's
things
single now.
have.
Jesus
can-
Christ.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, they call them interdimensional beings. I think that they can actually operate through the time spaces that we currently have.
Can you blame him, Wilford? I can't.
Wilford Brimley super chatted $2. Joe Rogan just trying to get some strange.
Yeah, it's hard to be with a woman this good looking and just not like, we're men at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't know. Joe's married, so But yeah, I will probably make a cut of this because I can't miss an opportunity to make an edit like this. People like them too much. But yeah, and then what did Flint Dibble said? She's a 7 out of 10. So that's the new trend now. It's just to be like, oh, she's mid. You're fucking stupid. All right. I get it. It's cool to act like you're a cool guy and be like, oh, she's mid, bro. She's a 7 out. No, dude, she is not a 7 out of 10. This is if 8 or 9, but I think in a lot of people's books, when you're looking at a chick like this, I mean, when you're looking at a chick this hot and you're gonna call her a 7, you're fucking insane. Okay? You're insane. That's an insane take.
And that's not something that I came up with on my own. That's based on stuff that we've seen. That's based on information that we've been told. And then also, too, I think that there's this historical aspect of, this gets into the deeper theories and concepts of religion and I think the history that we currently know and that kind of spins off into another topic of you have the modern day Bible, you have this aspect of Bibles or books of the Bible that have been removed that explain and kind of touch on these topics. And I think that we're in a time and age where you have such a vast amount of information that we have access to via.
That is kind of a fascinating topic, like all the shit they removed, like the I think there was the book of Mary Magdalene and the book of
Spocker
Judas.
super chatted $1.99, calling her mid is pure cope.
Yeah, it's just it's silly at this point. You cannot deny how hot this chick is. How could you deny that, dude? I mean, maybe she's not your type, but how could she not be your type? She's got to be everybody's type, dude. I mean, I guess if you could look at her and say she's a 7, you're welcome to do that, but I think you're just trying to be you're just trying to play the other side because that's the thing that's going around on X now. Like they'll post like this hot ass chick and it'll be like, oh, she's mid. It's like, really, okay.
Via social media,
But it's good clickbait. It gets people clicking.
via your cell phone, via the internet. And so it's really changing the way that we understand, the origins of life and the spiritual reality that we know.
When you
currently.
say interdimensional beings, that they know that these are interdimensional beings, how do they know that?
Based on testimony would be based on witnesses that have come forward. But what I can tell
So
you
the
is
witnesses just were told that they were
no,
interdimensional?
that they've seen things. And what I can tell you without getting into classified conversations is that there have been incidences that I believe where very credible people have reported that there have been movement outside of time and space.
I believe her. I believe everything she says. I believe every word that comes out of her mouth. Okay? I believe you, Anna.
That's very vague.
Yeah. So
What do you
look,
mean, Joe? What do you
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Look, have I seen
I'll
a
fight you,
portal
Joe.
open? No. Have I seen a spaceship? Personally, no. Have I seen evidence of this? Yes. Have I seen photo documentation of aircraft that I believe were not made by mankind? Yes. Is there historical significance to this? Yes. Is there multiple events that go back to, I would argue, maybe even before the time of Christ that have documented this in text? Yes. So do I believe that the government has access to certain technology? Yes, to an extent. And I believe that.
What do you mean you haven't seen the body? Harbing Zero? I mean, Jesus Christ. How many? Maybe we should just leave this picture on as she talks.
Certain contractors potentially have back engineered this tech. I
Well,
think that that's
like
what
this?
can explain the advancements that we're
Come
seeing.
on.
But I also
This
believe
is,
that this is a
this is
dangerous
top of the line.
level of
She's top of the line.
hidden information from
There's
the
no way
American
around
people.
it.
Because if you have an aspect of the federal government, which I can tell you, I, with two other members of Congress, were denied access to information at Eglin Air Force Base pertaining to whistleblowers because of the fact, and we can get into that story and what happened at Eglin in a second, but we were denied access and told that we don't have security clearance or the read-in authority on a special access program. That's a problem because I'm supposed to represent and be an investigative body, and you have then people who are unelected that are operating basically in secrecy, and that's a problem. That's a big problem.
And so how do these people have the authority to do that?
I think it's been decades of classified secret information, then also this aspect of the intelligence community that's been empowered. And it's kind of serendipitous with timing because when you talk about the intelligence communities and what they've done essentially to the trust in this country with the American people, I think this goes all the way back even into JFK with how they basically have operated outside of the.
Spocko super chatted $1.99.
I've seen
the US is doing this with World War II Germany tech.
Yeah, because they were working on like a UFO. They had like a prototype. Like I saw the documentaries about it, but that would be weird though to be using 80-year-old fucking technology at this point. But yeah, maybe like the basis of what they're doing now was, from that research. I don't know, but it's hard for me to believe that aliens are traveling here physically. But I can get behind the idea of interdimensional aliens. Like aliens are here with us. They're just on a different frequency, I know it sounds crazy, but, do some DMT. And you'll understand what I'm saying.
Purview of Congress. And
or just wait till the next video I play. Because we'll get into Meet the Alien.
Basically, to an extent, have gone rogue up until recently. You're seeing a big push and pull to try to rein in these intelligence agencies currently.
Yeah. So what I want to bring it back to evidence. You said that you've seen evidence. Like what kind of evidence have you seen?
I have seen photos. I have seen.
What have you seen photos of?
So I was in a skiff, and I can't discuss all that was in a skiff, but what I can tell you is based on the photos that I've seen, I'm very confident that there's things out there that have not been created by mankind.
Based off photos? Photos aren't enough, dude. I don't trust any photos, to be honest.
It seems crazy that people have access to information that shows that there's something outside of us that is more intelligent, at least more capable than we are, and they hide it from everybody else.
What I can tell you is that when you have thousands upon thousands of people around the planet throughout time that have reported something,
right?
To say that those people are crazy, to say that, the whole concept of even just asking the question that you might not necessarily be psychologically sound, that in itself, that's a disinformation campaign to get people to shut up about it. And that's a problem. We know that the U.S. government has not exactly been clean in a lot of what they've done with the American people, specifically to the topic of UFO.
Hey, you super chatted $5. The interdimensional beings come from the crossbreeding between the Watchers, fallen angels, and human women. They're abominations without souls.
Well, shit, that's the first time I heard that, dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know enough about all that. I don't know. I know it's very weird. All the people that are doing DMT and Alex has talked about it. Like they have I don't know if they're still going on, but they have like top secret government programs where they're sitting there with like astronauts, and they're pumping them with DMT nonstop so they can stay in communication with the DMT world. And they're supposedly taking orders from these interdimensional aliens, like how to build things. It's all kinds of crazy shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but I do. The scariest part is the connection between like old civilizations like the Mayans and like all the psychedelics they were doing, and like it always seems to lead to some sort of human sacrifice. It is a little terrifying. You know, you wonder, yeah, if they're demons or not. That is a legitimate question. Like, are these interdimensional aliens, or are these like literally the demons we were warned about? I don't know, man. But I haven't done DMT for a reason. But I believe people when they tell their stories about the shit they saw. Read the Book of Enoch. I'll put that on my reading list, bro.
Read the Book of Enoch.
I'll put that on my reading list. Thank you, brother. Which, by the way, if you want to support the show, smash the thumbs up. You can send a super chat, become a member, all that stuff. I've been getting attacked a lot lately. Pretty sure my shit's been getting reported a lot lately as well. Getting a lot of demonetized shit lately. So if you want to help out, smash the thumbs up, share this out, see if we can get this going. Thank you, guys.
Makes you think that it's probably because there's something there. If you think about the motivation they had with Project Blue Book, when J. Allen Hynek was running Project Blue Book, this specific intention was to discredit all stories.
And he ended up ultimately, though, after all of his investigations, becoming someone that was like, I think there's something here. But that's true. By the way, a lot of people might not necessarily go onto Google and look up that information, but you can actually look up the declassified reports from Project Blue Book. What's also interesting, though, is when we're talking about tech, right? The ability for this tech, being that it exists, to change dependence for entire governments on things like fossil fuel, et cetera. You know, it's look, I think everyone has a moral obligation to do what they think is right. Okay. And so if you're in a position of power and you see something wrong and you're not addressing it, I think, you know, this in itself, getting the truth out there for people to decide for themselves. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm just telling you in our investigations and what we are pushing for in regards to transparency. I would like to see the federal government roll out some of the stuff that we've been given access to, because I think that information belongs in the hands of the American people.
What about the Epstein files? Are we going to talk about the Epstein files at all, Anna? I mean, I don't care, Anna. Whatever you want to do, baby. Whatever you want to do. I don't care. But could we please maybe also get the Epstein files? Is that possible?
And it's not even just the U.S. government. I mean, there's other countries around the world that have done certain things like this. Now, look, I've had a lot of crazy people show up at my office and say, you know, I've heard it all. Yeah, I've been to Mars. You know, I have a chip in my brain, all this stuff.
They all have chips.
We had this one guy that showed up that was like trying to give us a USB. He's like, put this in your computer. They're going to kill me for this. And like runs away. And I'm like, I'm not putting that in my computer. But
well, hopefully you put it in somebody's computer. I mean, if somebody, like if you're in this position, if somebody comes up and does that, like maybe they're a legit whistleblower and there's some shit you need to know about. So I mean, maybe have a special computer that you're not worried about, you know, it's not connected to anything, where you can just, yeah, hopefully she actually, I actually hope she did look at this thumbnail, this thumb drive, because what the fuck, man?
Based on our investigations, what I will tell you is, you know, there's been 2 members of Congress that are actually helping to lead out these investigations with me. And the reason I say that is because up until last Congress, if you even said the word UAP or UFO, people actually told us that if we went forward with these investigations that we were going to ruin our political careers. And so, you know, we're in the mindset of, well, like, why wouldn't we ask these questions? And also, too, if no one wants to touch it, like, there has to be something here, right?
Right.
And so in these investigations, I mean, the amount of people that will come up to us, very successful people, to multiple members of Congress that believe the same thing, it's definitely changed in regards to the stigma that used to exist about disclosure and all this. And so what we're trying to do currently there's a big documentary that was filmed about a year and a half ago, and we're trying.
She tends to get words wrong. Like instead of documentary, she said like would you say that again? It's kind of cute, to be honest.
What we're trying to do currently there's a big documentary that was filmed.
Documentary? She's so cute, dude. I love her. Let's go watch a documentary, honey. She's so cute. I'm in love.
About a year and a half ago, and we're trying to get a screening up on Capitol Hill. But look, I think a lot of people say, well, this is a distraction from everything else happening in the country right now. And all I'm simply trying to say is it's not a distraction. The people that are kind of helping to divulge all this information. You have an intelligence community, Tulsi Gabbard, Radcliffe, Kash Patel. They have been truly, in regards to our other investigations, extremely transparent and wanting to get this information out. But it doesn't mean that within these intelligence communities there isn't pushback. And so part of the reason why the task force was formed pertaining to things like UAP, pertaining to things like the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, pertaining to things like the JFK, MLK, and RFK investigations is because even though we don't hold declassification authority, what we're trying to do is push these agencies and be, if you will, the pit bull and the attack dog on trying to get this information released. And to a lot of these agencies' credits, they've been extremely transparent, and we have gotten wins specifically on the JFK stuff, and we're still looking to declassify and ask specifically on the UAP topic.
What would be
In the Epstein files, please.
the rationale for keeping a photograph of a known absolute not of this world craft from the American people or from the world? Why would anybody think that would be the smart thing to do, is to limit
you
the
take your hands off,
access of that
Spocko.
information
Spocko super
to a
chatted
very small amount of people?
$1.99. Hands off.
No. We're gonna fight. We'll fight, Spocko. We'll fight over her, dude.
I think that part of the fear is that you have advisors that think that, the American people or humanity might not be able to handle it. There's this protective complex, but then also too, I think when you are talking about these things, for a lot of people, I think that it kind of can rock your world a little bit in regards to where you stand in a faith perspective. And then also too, an aspect of, well, how do you even begin to explain it? And all I'm going to say is, look, and we can go into some of the books that were removed from what we know as the modern day Bible, but I read through the Book of Enoch multiple times. And
whoever said Book of Enoch earlier, hey, you. It sounds like you and her are on the same. Maybe I got to read the book, dude. That might be my in with her, dude. I'll read the entire Book of Enoch and memorize it, and then the first chance I get where I'm next to her, I'll just be like, "Oh, did you read the Book of Enoch, Psalms this and that? And did you hear about Jebediah and the? Oh, dude, that's my in right there. I got to read the Book of Enoch."
I'm not saying that these things are angels. Okay, that's not at all what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that, depending on where you are in regards to your whole perspective on whether or not God exists, like I believe in God, I'm a Christian. There has to have been, and there's admissions that there was other creations that God made, but that we were the most prized creation. And so I think that this can open up a bigger topic of discussion.
I want a big topic of discussion. God. This is who I'm voting for. This is the next president. Tulsi, I'm sorry, Tulsi, I still love you. I still love you, Tulsi, but I think Anna's the first female president, okay? I'm putting my support behind Anna now. I mean, Tulsi, you're great, but I just want to say Anna is super intelligent. She's the greatest politician that we have of our time. And she's going to fix this country, guys, okay? And if she doesn't, who cares? Okay? Just hopefully she dresses really nice. Because, no one's going to fix this country. Nothing's going to get fixed. Let's just have the hottest women, just put them up front. Make sure they're not annoying like Hillary Clinton. They're not like, they don't got that shrill fucking way of talking that makes you want to just go. Make sure they got a nice talking voice.
780 super chatted $1.45. Imagine Tulsi Gabbard and Anna Paulina at the same.
Tulsi can be her VP, dude. Okay? Tulsi can be VP. I'm Team Anna all the way now, dude. There's no way I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just in love. I'm straight up in love. And that's how I'm going to work my politics now. It's like whoever's the hottest chick who I want to date, that's who I'm supporting. And Anna, you got my support. 100%. And when you run for president, Anna, whenever you give your speeches, this is a good outfit to give your speeches in. Just FYI, okay? Just go all out, Anna. Just go all out. There's no reason to hide anything. Just show everybody how hot you are. So yeah, this has just brought me back to my old video, Meet the Alien. And this is kind of Alex Jones' version of what's going on in the DMT realm with the interdimensional aliens. And it's pretty terrifying. Honestly, it's probably the most terrifying interpretation of things. But gosh darn it, he could be right, honestly. And this is one of the reasons I'll never do DMT. show. It's from the Ping Dynasty days, man. When I really leaned into the Ping Dynasty shit. Should I bring that back? Should I bring back the Ping Dynasty? You guys like that? Should bring that back. Good. Since this is mine, I'll full screen it.
Alien. You can meet the alien. Tomorrow
If you haven't seen this already, you missed out. And if you have already seen it, well, you can watch it again. It's fun.
night, if your connections are good enough. And you can meet the alien over and over and over again. You said this was what you wanted. Baby, it's on its way. It's being served.
John, you might want to close your eyes, John. This is going to be scary, okay?
You take this shit and literally you are transported into another fucking dimension. I don't mean like you feel like you're in another dimension. I mean like you're in another dimension. Crazier than you could possibly imagine or describe. If you take DMT, you will communicate.
You think she prefers Vulcans, dude? No way, bro. Well, how do I become a Vulcan, all right? I got to get those weird ears. Fuck, I guess I got to become a Vulcan, dude.
With something. And it's so beyond description that me talking about it is like trying to explain a kaleidoscope to a blind man. But something communicates with you when you do this stuff.
Is Aubrey taking you into the room in his house for the launching into space?
No.
The psychedelic journey room?
No.
Are you ready for that?
That's what I'm talking about. I'm thinking, Joe, did you take Anna back to do? See, here's the problem. If Anna does DMT, it's possible that she might have her spirit stolen from her and literally be a walking demon-possessed entity, according to Alex Jones.
I'm ready for that.
DMT is mushrooms times a million plus aliens.
Huh.
I found my experiences on pure DMT, both of them, utterly terrifying. I had been put into a space where something was going to be done to me. And I think I wanted out, and at the same time, I couldn't get out. I was thrashing around. I wanted out of there, but I couldn't go.
See, this is the dirty part of DMT that a lot of people don't talk about. Some people's experience when they do DMT, it will last like 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. But in the trip, it will feel like a fucking eternity. You'll feel like 1,000 years. So it'll be 10 minutes, but in your fucking time in the trip, it'll be like 1,000-year nightmare that never fucking ends.
Whatever these entities were, I'm not saying that they had a negative agenda for me. I don't know what it was, but it was out of my hands. I didn't feel that they were very loving or caring of me. It was like, we are just going to do this to you, okay? And you're going to accept it, whether you like it or not.
The entities you see on DMT, are they real or not? Tall order, very difficult to really unpack that. For one thing, what do you mean by real? I could make the case that DMT is extraterrestrial.
But is that even an interesting case, like whether or not it's from another planet? Whatever it is, it doesn't seem like it's here. The experience doesn't.
People that don't even believe in God, people that don't even are total atheists, they take DMT, which I don't take hard drugs. Haven't taken, don't take illegal drugs. But they take it and they go, oh my God, I believe in God now. You know, I was on a spaceship for 100 years with demons torturing people. Smarter you are, the more hellish it is, people I've talked to. I mean, if you're really smart and tuned in, you see it.
No, it's not like the DMV, Spocko. If the DMV was like DMT, it would probably be more enjoyable for some people. No, nothing's worse than the DMV, bro.
And it's like, oh my God. And it's just unbelievable hell that's going on because you're tuned into their level. And if you're kind of stupid and trendy, it's like all wonderful and happy and they want to be your friend. And I've talked to people that have taken it. In fact, somebody very close that I wish would go on air and talk about it. And it was like an eternity on a prison space station with demons doing brain surgeries, torturing people. And let me tell you, the person said it was real. And I talk to other people, and they go, yeah, that's what you see.
I had been put into a space I wanted out, and at the same time, I couldn't get out. I was thrashing around. I wanted out of there, but I couldn't go.
People think of an alien invasion as in the third dimension from space. There's dimensions below and above us. The mathematics show it. And whether it's real or not, you have these spirit guides, like Mescalito and all this, little goat man.
All right, so this image here, which by the way, let me put it on this because it's missing some of the image. Spocko. Oh, okay, it's playing the ones that we missed.
$1.99. So it's like the DMV?
Yeah, I mean, in the sense that you can be tortured for an eternity. Yeah, it's like the DMV. This image is, I think this is Alex Gray. He does DMT art. And I was fucking with the colors of it to try to like make the image seem alive. And the weird thing about this fucking DMT art is as you fuck with the colors and you bring up like the reds and you take down the yellows and new fucking images appear in it. Like there's like over here, there's like a little monkey that shows up in his hand. I don't know if I captured it right, but it's insane, dude. Because seriously, go get this image if you can still find it, put it in like Premiere Pro and start fucking with the colors and like the contrast and like fuck with it in every way you can, and you'll see new images appear within the image. Like this, look at that. Look at that. That's like a monkey right there that just shows up. All I'm doing is fucking with the colors on this thing. And all of a sudden you fuck with the colors and all kinds of new shit shows up. It's crazy, dude.
Taking DMT and a little goat man shows up. He's not your buddy, okay? And
see, like this art is so fucking insane, dude.
He's got a plan, though. You're going to be a god as long as you kill everybody.
Looks like
it's super chatted $1.99. Looks like the Price Charles portrait.
But this is the image that everybody sees. They see the guy with the fucking. It's like everybody sees the same thing, and they're the things that are like told to us in the Bible that are basically demon entities and shit. And then that's what people see. And then it's like, oh, but he was nice to me and he gave me good advice. And it's like, hey, but did he look like Baphomet? I'm sorry, I'm not taking advice from fucking Baphomet, okay?
I go through the tunnel. Going through a tunnel. And I see a hand and it like stops me.
So this is just a random guy. I found his story. And this is like the story so many people have about doing DMT. And by the way, this random guy showed up and commented on this video. He's like, oh, that's me. Shout out to this random guy. I forget his name.
And I see the fingers mutating. It turns into like 3 fingers. And then it starts backing out. And then it's the Bahamut. Like the Satan figure with the goat and shit. Like the one who's like, I don't know how to really describe it. He's like doing that thing.
See, dude, look at like it. Literally, the images change as I fucked with the colors, dude. I'm gonna full screen this again. Like, pay attention to that. I don't know what that is. I mean, I'm sure the artist meant to do that, but it's crazy because like this little monkey that's here doesn't show up unless you start fucking with the colors. And there's other little fucking things that show up if you fuck with the colors. Yeah, and this is yeah, we'll let it go. John, cover your eyes, John.
I wake up in the middle of the night and from a dream. And in this dream, I look over and to my left side, I see this demon head and this gnarly looking demon head, Nosferatu looking thing. And he was just looking away. And in my dream, he looks at me, stares at me dead in the eye and goes, I'm gonna kill you on September 23rd.
Oh, shit.
Like super fucking specific, right? I go to the calendar of events, the itinerary, and that night is the night we're drinking ayahuasca for the first time because we're doing Wachuma afterwards. So September 23rd was the night we're doing ayahuasca.
I love when Alex doesn't talk and he just stares at the camera. This is my favorite part of Alex is like the in-betweens, the in-between talking.
Joe takes DMT and talks about seeing space aliens and other dimensions. I don't take DMT. It's fine that you do. I'm a libertarian. Because if you're a good person and you take the DMT and go to the 5th dimension, 6th dimension, if you believe in that stuff, they act real friendly. But Mescalito gets mean later. He's a goat, by the way. It's Baphomet, so he's mean. It happens.
I kind of agree, Spocko.
Spocko super chatted $4.99. I just don't think UFOs are alien spacecraft.
I agree, dude. I mean, they could be, right? Like, I don't know. But I tend to think it's, that's the thing about things in the sky. It's the easiest, like, thing in the world to not know what you're seeing when it's in the sky and you have no frame of reference. You can think something's bigger or smaller than it actually is. It's actually very difficult to be able to, like, military need a lot of training to be able to identify like what planes are flying, what kind of helicopter. Like that's a difficult thing to do. Yeah, and then to me, it's just probably the government trying to hide the shit they're up to. But then again, maybe we're getting visited by aliens. But when you look at the distance of time of travel through space and how long it takes, like I don't know. I just don't buy it, to be honest. But interdimensional, yeah, I can buy that.
It's basically everybody.
And then right to my left, I see this gnarly looking Gollum, Lord of the Rings looking fucking my precious Nosferatu demon guy. I see this demon and it looks at me and then it jumps towards me and it starts biting my neck. This gnarly looking demon is biting my neck, my vision. No, in that vision, it's eating through my neck. And I see what its aim is. And it's aiming to eat through my neck and eat that thing in my heart. The white light in my heart that I've been meditating about. Like that's what it wants.
And here's the thing, the ancients would always start using this stuff and it would be love, and it would be science, it would open them up. But always 100 years later, there'd be a black pyramid. They'd be chopping people's hearts out, or they'd be burning kids to Baal. They'd be burning kids where they'd have a big steel oven with the hands of the god. You take your baby up with a 500-degree thing and watch it fry. You'd fry a baby on a basically outdoor barbecue pit and then eat it. Watch the priest pull a leg off your baby and just
This is actually true too. Like the shit they were up to, like the Mayans, like it's disturbing. And then you look at like what their priests were doing. They were fucking on massive amounts of hallucinogenics. There is something here. The Bible said, don't fuck with this shit. And then you see the civilizations that do, all of a sudden they're worshiping weird fucking shit and like, oh, we gotta fucking kill like a virgin. So that it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, let's get back to it.
So it goes through, eats through my neck, through my chest, and it grabs a hold of that piece of white light in my heart, snatches it. Like I felt like I went dead, completely dead, and fear just shot through my entire body. And I was like, oh fuck, I just gave this demon my consciousness. I just gave this demon my soul, and I let him have it.
And it was a pure exercise of priest taking hallucinogens, then interfacing with entities that said, I will direct you. Every culture, Asians, Africans, Mesoamericans, every culture starts taking hallucinogens and then starts worshiping entities that demand blood. The Bible says don't be part of pharmakia because it gives you the evil spirits. Okay, I didn't used to believe that growing up. And then I learned the CIA is taking this to get interdimensional communications, spiritual life forms entering them and then directing them. Whether you believe any of this or not, do you understand that's who runs things? Do not join with the devil. Do not join with Satan and all his pumps.
I don't know why. He's trying to say punks, but it came out pumps. I get it. I fuck my words up all the time, Alex.
Just heaven help us. It's so hardcore. People don't won't even believe it.
If you can't tell what's going on here, Alex has been talking about this shit for a long time.
They believe they are in contact with these entities and are being directed by them. That's why they're so evil. And the entities are telling them eternal life, total power, total control, everything you could ever want. Just kill everyone. Set up a world government. Build this design we're telling you. Build what we're telling you. Build this. Build this. Let us through. Let us in. We're going to really help you. We're friendly little guys. Demons, aliens, don't exist? I don't know. I only cover what I can prove. Oh my God, we're screwed. We are in so much trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bunch of lunatic elites thinking they're talking to little gray men who are telling them how to get eternal life. Does that sound like a good idea to you? Whatever it is, they believe it. I mean, this is what the government's into, folks. They're taking the DMT. They've got the black op commanders gobbling high-powered hallucinogens in. See, I don't even get into all this stuff. We're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We're in trouble. The clockwork elves, all of it, I shouldn't even get into it.
This is an interdimensional force that wants to influence us to build something that absorbs us and kills us. I mean, if you actually read what all the globalists say, you've obviously read their writings, you know this, Joe, they are getting not off-world, but interdimensional communications.
By the way, I think Joe literally, I don't know what happened, but I think Joe removed this one. This was episode 911. And I think even YouTube, they got rid of it off Rogan's channel, not just Spotify, which is fucked up because this is one of the greatest podcasts of all time.
The devil, whatever you want to call it, this interdimensional thing that gives them advanced off-world technology, the fallen one that's not of this world, is giving them advanced knowledge on how to construct these systems that have already been used before on other populations.
What? Is that Satan?
But what are you
That's
talking
Satan.
about?
That's Satan.
That's something you got to really prove. Like if there's
Okay, let me
some,
prove it.
okay, please.
Joe, there are
Yes.
aliens in this room right now.
For real?
So yeah, that is kind of the basis of the whole storyline of the Joe Rogan cannibal arc. If people followed long enough, they would understand that. I don't know how many people picked up on that, but that is the arc of Joe Rogan becoming a cannibal and wanting to murder all of his guests and eat them, and that's all from doing DMT and getting possessed by an evil DMT entity, which also gave him superhuman powers. That's why he can't die as well. That's why Alex can blow him up and he just lives. Nothing ever kills Rogan. But yeah, that's fun. Remember this? Let me see if I found this. Because there was like this great old song.
You're going to live in a tank and be
This
tied
the
into
one?
this virtual world. You'll be able to wire your head in and just
I
get
remember this shit
unlimited
went-
pleasure. It'll feel like 10 times the best orgasm for 3 days if you want straight. They're taking the DMT. Hitler took the DMT.
Yeah.
Stalin took the DMT.
You guys remember
Mao
this?
Took the DMT. The DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. The DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. The DMT. Hitler took the DMT.
Man, remember we used to get all these great little Alex remixes. Place Boing, come back, Place Boing. We need more Alex remixes, bro. Please. That's all possible.
Super chatted $4.99. Maybe there was a species that came before us. They left the Earth, came back to find a Planet of the Apes scenario.
Well, yeah, I mean, the idea that I forgot, Joe was talking about it earlier, like they see us as like vessels. Kind of creepy, you know?
Wilfred
some
Brimley
Place Boing
super
videos.
chatted $2. Play some placeboing videos.
Placeboing. I have before. But isn't this a Place Boing video?
Stalin took the DMT. Mao
With
took
Chris
the
Geo?
DMT. The DMT. There's the owners of True Frequency Radio. They believe they're.
I remember this being a huge fucking meme that went around quite a bit, dude. But yeah, I mean, but here we are. Now the government's admitting, hey, these DMT people are real. And I didn't get the clip of it before, but it's pretty terrifying the shit Alex has talked about, because he said that it was in Austin, basically. There was like I think UT Austin, and they were like having what they call astronauts fucking just on like a mainline drip of DMT so they could stay in for a long fucking time. Dude, I wonder if that's real. God, I'd love to get that story. I'd love it if they were like a documentary on it. Like, what happened to these people? Imagine that. Imagine being on DMT for like 12 straight hours. And then you come back and you're like, I know everything. Or you're just gone. You never come back. You're probably never the same again. Like, I don't know if your brain's meant to handle that level of psychedelic, man. But I've heard that's the shit that they're doing, dude. But yeah, shout out to Alex. He's been talking about this shit forever. He doesn't talk about it as much anymore. It'd be nice if he did. We need some more old school fucking DMT talk, Alex. So yeah, so this was really weird. Everybody's making a big deal about Putin meeting Trump, and like a bunch of bombers flew overhead, and they're like, oh, he's trying to like scare Putin and like show him how badass we are. I think that's just like pomp and circus shit. It's like I don't know, but it was a little weird. This whole thing just seems awkward. You know, they're both walking down the red carpet. Trump has a really hard time walking straight. He's just like, up, straight, no, up, no, almost off the carpet. Okay, back to the left now. It's just awkward as shit, dude. It's like, can't you guys just like meet up like normal people? You gotta lay out this stupid red carpet. It just looks goofy, dude. It looks goofy. It's nice. Look, it's nice that Trump's trying to make some peace, but I don't think it's gonna work because EU and Zelensky, they don't want peace, dude. They like all the money coming into their country. They don't care about all the dead people. That doesn't bother them. Not when they're making so much money off of this war. So yeah, just the awkward, okay, let's wait for this 80-year-old man to slowly walk down the red carpet. It's like, if you wanted to like make yourself look stupid, this is the way you would do it. Right? Like it just makes everything awkward and kind of cringy. That's good. Touch his hand again. Make sure you touch his hand again. Make sure you know he knows you love him. There you go. There you go. Okay. Trump looks like he's been eating a little bit too much McDonald's lately, right? He needs a... I thought he was going carnivore. What happened? You know, every time he flies, he's got some Big Macs and some Diet Cokes waiting for him. Nothing wrong with it. You know, live your life, bro. Live your life. So yeah, they do this long walk. And then they get to this podium. And it's just weird. Okay, now stand at the podium for a picture. Like, what is this? What is going on here? This is so dumb. It's like, dude, like, what is this? Like some sort of Olympic presentation or something? Like you're on a podium? Like, are you guys about to like fight in a cage or something? It's just weird. It's just weird. And then the BBC, obviously, I mean, this is why this is not going to work. Because Britain, you know, all the EU countries, Ukraine itself, they're not going to go along with a peace deal. They don't want that.
Carpet. I mean, signs of respect, right? Being paid to the Russian president. It's quite remarkable how things have changed, right? 3.5 years ago, when Vladimir Putin launched his so-called special military operation, the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, he was treated as a pariah. And now he's being given this red carpet welcome. Carpet.
Oh no! I mean, you actually have to be nice to him to maybe actually get a deal done. What? You should have just spit on his face as soon as he walked up to him. Trump should have went, "Fuck you, Putin." All right, now let's go see if we can work out a peace deal. I mean, come on, dumbasses, dude. It's not how it works, bro. You gotta play the game. Yeah, and this is as they were walking, he flew a B-2 stealth bomber over the head of Putin and Trump himself. Like, look what I got, bitch. Yeah, you don't want none of this. You don't want none of this, dog. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems a little funny. And then Putin gets they sit down, they have a little press conference, which we're gonna attempt to play some of it. I haven't watched the press conference, but we'll try to play some of it and see what's said. But this is him getting a taste of how terrible our media is.
Press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Let's go. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Let's go. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
If this was Russia, you'd all be dead now. Try to do this in Russia, we kill you very quickly.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, press. Let's go.
I will murder your entire family.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, dude, they let the press in for a second. The press starts screaming like fucking banshees. And like, okay, you gotta go, get out of here. God, it's embarrassing, to be honest. Let's try this. I haven't watched this. Let's see how this went.
Let's go live to the room here. The two leaders, Vladimir Putin and President Donald Trump.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, our negotiations have been held in a constructive atmosphere of mutual respect. We had very thorough negotiations that were quite useful. I would like to thank once again my American counterpart for the proposal to travel out here to Alaska. It only makes sense that we've met here because our countries, though separated by the oceans, are close neighbors. So when we've met, when I came out of the plane, and I've said,
I wonder if Trump does those little movements, where he looks at somebody and he smiles and then he points and then he looks around and he smiles some more. Like, he does that every single time. Like, is that just one of his moves at this point? He's like, yeah, let me pull off the point and smile move. It's like he does it every single time, like clockwork.
Good afternoon, dear neighbor. Very good to see you. In good health and to see you alive. I think that is very neighborly. And I think that's some kind words that we can say to each other. We're separated by the Strait of Bering, though there are 2 islands only between the Russian island and the U.S. island. They're only 4 kilometers apart. We're close neighbors, and it's a fact.
The PP seminar, yeah. I mean, you could have probably picked a better name, but yeah, the pursuing peace, the PP peace accords.
It's also important that Alaska has to do with our common heritage, common history between Russia and the U.S., and many positive events have to do with that territory. Still, there is tremendous cultural heritage back from the Russian America. For example, Orthodox churches and a lot of more than 700 geographical names of Russian origin. During the Second World War, it was here in Alaska that was the origin of the legendary air bridge for the supply of military aircraft and other equipment under the Lend-Lease program.
It's hard to listen because you got to listen to him. You hear him, but then you also hear the translator, and it's like you got to block him out to just listen to the translator. It's really difficult.
It was a dangerous and treacherous route over the vast emptiness of ice.
Okay, well, we're not going to do this whole thing because I can barely listen to it, but I know he did say, because I saw a clip on Twitter, that if Trump would have been president, the war would have never happened, which is something Trump said a lot. And I kind of believe it. I believe it in a way. I don't know if it's 100% that the war wouldn't happen, but if we're taking Putin's word for it, it's a good bet that if Trump would have won in 2020, there probably would be no war. But and then in 2024, maybe when the Democrats come in, it would have happened at some point. Anyway, maybe I don't know. But yeah, it would be nice if we could get rid of this bullshit Russia-Ukraine war, and we could it's getting ugly for Ukraine, dude. It really is. Like, this is one of those guys. I've heard his name before, Mario Nafal, but I guess he's trying to like make the argument that Ukraine's like actually like killing a lot of Russians and all that. And then this dude, Douglas McGregor, ex-colonel in the U.S. Army, sets him straight. Because there's no way, there's no way Ukraine is going to defeat Russia. It's not going to happen.
We're seeing advancements on the Russian side, especially in the recent weeks, but they've been relatively minimal. There is, one could say, a stalemate there. Both sides are losing a lot of men, a lot of equipment.
That's Mario. Stop wasting my time.
I like this Douglas McGregor. I like him. I don't know shit about him. He's got the name of a general colonel. McGregor. That's like a colonel last name if I've ever heard one. I like this guy.
Stop lying to your audience. That's bullshit. Okay. The Russian losses have dropped to single digits. Think about that. 60, 90 days ago, they were double digits. Ukrainian losses are continuously horrific. So this is a nonsense that people are repeating on their way into this discussion with the Russians up in Alaska. You have no chance of coming to any sort of reasonable outcome.
And isn't it, what I heard was that like Russia is literally using like contractors to fight. And then Ukraine is running out of soldiers to the point where they're like conscripting, whatever the fuck it's called, like elderly fucking young kids. It's like, it's getting pretty ugly. It's a sign that they're not doing well when they're like, okay, we're going to up the age of military service to 85. Anybody below the age of 85 can now join and go fight. And it's like, okay, we're winning. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, yeah, we used to not accept mentally challenged people into the military. We're waiving that. You got a mentally challenged son, bring them in. Bring them in. Come serve. Yeah, Ukraine's doing real great.
When you have distortions
They're gonna win,
on
guys.
the strategic level of the kind that you've just outlined. That's absolutely false, completely wrong. Now, you're free to believe it, but I'm not going to sit here and listen to that nonsense because it's just not true. Now, you want to know what's going to happen? If Donald Trump walks into this meeting with the distorted view that you have just outlined, nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens. And I don't think Donald Trump privately believes anything that you've just said. I think he knows the truth.
He just tore a fucking new asshole into Mario here, dude. That wasn't fun, was it, Mario? Who knows more, Mario Nafal or ex-Colonel Douglas McGregor? Douglas McGregor. I like that name. So yeah, also Trump eyeing reclassifying marijuana as a less dangerous drug. And man, I'm seeing so many people on the right who are crying their fucking eyes out about the possibility of weed becoming legal federally. I thought you were the freedom side. I thought we were the side that was like, yeah, don't fuck with our freedoms. Yeah, freedom. And then you're like, oh no, but you can't smoke weed because it smells bad in public. Well, then make a law and get the police force to enforce that law. And anybody smoking in public, you know, give them a fine. You could crack down on that if you really wanted to. But to use, oh, I don't like the way it smells as an excuse to like, oh, well, you shouldn't have freedom to do that then because I don't like the way it smells. Well, fuck, there's a lot of things I don't like the way they smell either. I would get rid of tamales. I would ban tamales immediately, okay? I would also ban curry, all Indian food except butter chicken. Actually, I'd probably... I mean, there's all right, I can't say that. Let's move on. But yeah, that's not enough of a reason to just be like, fuck your freedoms. I don't like the way it smells. Well, yeah, you know, I don't like you fucking alcoholics that are drunk all the time acting like idiots either. But you have the right to do that. As long as you're not, you know, drinking in public, if there's open laws where you can't have an open bottle or, you know, you can't drive and drink, there's, you know, little caveats to it. The same thing for fucking weed, man. So I don't know. You think one side is the pro-freedom side, and then it turns out, no, not really. Not really. And this would be really smart of Trump. I mean, Trump's got to really take away all the moves that the left can do. And legalizing marijuana, that would be a huge one. That would probably be the one thing that would drive the most voters over from the left to the right. If all of a sudden the right was the, you know what, we're going to legalize marijuana side. It would be great, dude. It would be great politically. And you would piss off some like old school neocon dumbasses who are like, oh, weed's evil, weed's bad. Fuck them. Fuck them. They're going to be dead soon anyway. They're old fucking codgers, dude.
If this goes through, so the idea is that Chicago, LA, San Francisco, would they expect similar action what we've seen in DC? And the other question, sir, there's reporting that the administration is going to reclassify marijuana. Would that send mixed messages that if marijuana is okay?
Yeah, they're not going to be around much longer, dude.
Spocko super chatted $1.99. The boomerite is against it.
I guarantee
they
you,
need to go.
We will legalize it federally at some point. It will happen. There's just a lot of leftover old fogies who were raised on fucking reefer madness who just won't get with the fucking picture. They won't get with the program. And yeah, they don't care about your freedoms. They don't. They just, you know, they grift on freedom and all that shit. But at the end of the day, do they care? No, they really don't.
Okay, some drugs are okay, but we're trying to clean up crime. How do they go hand in hand?
We're only looking at that. That's early, but you know, somebody reported it, which is fine. We're looking at it. Some people like it. Some people hate it. Some people hate the whole concept of marijuana because if it does bad for the children, it does bad for people.
It's always got everything. Everything has got to be about protecting the children. Dude, it's the same thing going on in Texas right now. Like, oh, we got to get rid of the fucking THCA because children might take it. We have laws. I go to the head shop all the time. I don't ever see children in there. And by the way, you have to fucking prove you're over 18 to be able to buy it. Same way with cigarettes, same way with alcohol. So that logic is just bullshit. Because if that's the logic, then we should get rid of alcohol. We should get rid of fucking cigarettes. We should get rid of like everything that fucking children can't do. We just should get rid of it in society and not let adults do it. It's a bullshit fucking argument.
That are older than children, but we're looking at reclassification, and we'll make a determination over the next, I would say, over the next few weeks. And that determination hopefully will be the right one. It's a very complicated subject, the subject of marijuana. I've heard great things having to do with medical, and I've had bad things having to do with just about everything else. But medical and, for...
Don't be this medical bullshit. That just becomes a fucking scheme, because then you get these companies that are like inside companies, and they're the only ones that can sell weed, and you got to go through the doctor and get a prescription. It's such fucking bullshit. Suck my dick with medical. Just make it legal. Let people grow it. Let people do whatever the fuck they want to do. But, public intoxication, every county can make its own rules about that shit, And honestly, the smell ain't that bad, you fucking pussies. You fucking pussies. Oh, the smell is so bad. It's not that fucking bad. You'll get over it.
Pain and various things. I've heard some pretty good things, but for other things, I've heard some pretty bad things. The other part of your question, I mean, we're just going to see what happens with it all. We're going to have a tremendous success in what we're doing. Other cities are hopefully watching this. They're all watching, just like everyone's watching here. They're all watching, and maybe they'll clean up, and maybe they'll do this and get rid of the cashless bail thing and all of the things that caused the problem. I mean, if you go back, this whole thing with cashless bail is a disaster. So many problems came that we never had before. So they're watching us today, and if they don't learn their lesson, if they haven't studied us properly, because we're going to be very successful. I have zero doubt about that. It's going to be. It's a question of will it be really fast, like the border. Everyone said, they used to say, Biden used to say, I need legislation. I didn't get any legislation. I called up our people.
Yeah, that's the real John. John, somehow his name changed in here. And it was the worst time for his name to change. I don't know if he changed it or what, but I've seen this happen before. Where like people's names are different. Like I'll accidentally hide somebody in the chat, and then I try to unhide them, but their name's different in my fucking list, and it shows in the chat. It's really weird.
$4.99. Someone should tell Trump if his brother had smoked weed, he'd still be alive. Hey, you super chatted $2. Care about children? Then where's the Epstein files?
Good point. Good point. Yeah, we know they don't really care. It's just an excuse. It's like every time they do something that, people don't like, they have to paint it as like, this is for your own safety. We're keeping you safe. Or we have to protect the children. Don't you want to protect the children? Oh, you don't want to protect the children? You want children to die and overdose on marijuana? It's all the same shit every time, dude. And yeah, I agree. With the his brother would have smoked weed, he probably would have been alive. There's a lot of people that use marijuana to get off of booze. And there's no doubt in my mind which one is the worst one for you in the long run. It's booze, 100%. 1,000%. But all these people, they're having their martinis, they're getting their little buzz on with the alcohol, and that's fine. They can do that, but all of us that have a little smoke, oh, we're bad people. It's such fucking hypocrisy, dude. It's disgusting. But yeah, we're moving on from that one. What do we got next here? All right, yeah, breaking video. Jen Psaki celebrates the imminent closure of INFOWARS. Now, a lot of people were saying earlier, well, Alex has been saying it's going to close for a long time. Well, they have come close to closing. They literally almost had their whole building taken over, but they fucking kind of fought back and didn't let them take it over. And then a judge came and intervened at the last second and kind of put a halt to it. But it sounds like it's just kind of a delay. I think at some point, yeah, he's going to have to sell INFOWARS off to pay these fucking Sandy Hook victims. I think it's going to happen, guys. I know at this point you're like, he's just grifting off of this. No, I think this is the real deal. And unfortunately, it's sad. It's sad. Alex has been really fucked over, in my opinion. Let's see what Alex has to say. Let's hear it from him himself.
To finally close up shop over at INFOWARS once and for all. I say may because it's quite the ongoing saga. I mean, to recap, Alex Jones's online media empire, INFOWARS, has long been a cesspool of fringe far-right conspiracies and fake news. And among the most egregious conspiracies he has platformed was the claim that the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School mass shooting was a giant hoax. Families of the victims of that mass shooting sued Jones for defamation, and in 2022, he was ordered to pay them over $1.4 billion in damages. Jones filed for bankruptcy, and INFOWARS was put up for auction last fall. And the winner of that auction was the satirical news outlet The Onion, the best detail ever. You know, the outlet behind headlines like these, the ones you can see on your screen. Essentially,
oh, it's going to be so funny when The Onion takes over. Whatever, dude. It's so stupid.
The Onion wanted to turn the already fake news info.
It was such a bullshit fucking auction, too. Like, it wasn't a true auction. They're like, we want this guy to have it. We're going to give it to him. Oh, actually, we lost the bid. Oh, no, but the family wants it to go to them, so it's going to go to them. Even though they have no money. Like, the whole idea is that you have to actually pay back the family. You have to pay them the 1.5 billion judgment, but yet they make the decision to sell it to the one company who actually doesn't even have money. They're like, it's like IOUs. It's like, what the fuck? This whole thing, man, this whole fucking lawsuit against Alex Jones is political warfare, lawfare 101, man.
Parody of itself. And it was a purchase the Sandy Hook families welcomed. But then a federal judge rejected the sale and said that state courts should settle instead. So that brings us to the present. A state judge in Texas has now ordered all of INFOWARS' intellectual and physical assets to be turned over to a state receiver, who will then restart the sale process. Now, Jones thinks of himself as the...
Are they going to do another bid? I mean, the only way it makes sense, if you're doing this to raise money so you can pay off your judgment, is you have to take the highest bidder. And if they, they don't do that, then it's something corrupt's going on there. So if it does go for sale and it goes to the highest bidder, then it might end up being somebody like Roger Stone who buys it, like what almost happened the first time, but they blocked him from doing it and gave it to the Onion guy instead, because I think the highest bidder was tied to Roger Stone's group. So this could play out in a way where like somebody friendly to Alex actually wins the bid and keeps him on the air and keeps him working for INFOWARS.
The victim of all of this and is still appealing, which is outrageous. So it remains to be seen if and when that sale will happen. But the owner of The Onion says, we're working on it. That's all I can say for now. I'll be tuning in. And a lawyer for the victim's family says this: the families are pleased that the court has placed INFOWARS' parent company into receivership, which will finally lead to accountability for Alex Jones's monstrously cruel harassment. Accountability that has been a long time coming.
So fucked up. You can't question an event. Oh, because I question an event and I hurt your feelings, now I owe you $1.5 billion. And then they throw this thing where like this crazy woman harassed one of the victims at a post office or something, and it was Alex Jones' fault. And it's like, not really. You were like part of this nationwide thing that everybody was talking about that was a big deal. And sometimes that invites the attention of crazy people. But they're like, oh, Alex Jones was sending people to the houses of the victims of the family. It's all bullshit, dude.
That's Jen Psaki, one of the greatest liars of all time. What a joke. They raised hundreds of millions off me. I did nothing to them. The judge found me guilty. Both judges, it's all a fraud. So that's who these people are. And they want me silenced because I'm effective at telling the truth and exposing them. I can play other newscasts, but they all say the same crap. I was found guilty by judges, not a jury. That's the truth.
Joe's Yo was like right in time with the music.
780 super chatted $1.45. INFOWARS without Alex Jones would be worthless. Lol.
They think they're going to give it to the fucking The Onion, and all of a sudden it's going to like make money. No, it's going to fucking be dead. No one's going to give a fuck about it. And then Alex is going to move on to the Alex Jones Network or wherever he's going from there, and it'll be business as usual. It's so stupid, dude. It's clearly like them trying to shut down somebody they don't like. I don't know, man. I just, again, at some point, this has got to be overturned in the appeal process. If this becomes case law, we're fucked. We're not allowed to fucking ever question an event anymore. Something happens and I go, oh shit, this doesn't add up. This is weird. And now, like, one of the victims of that event can sue me for $1 billion because I questioned that event. We have the right to question events, to question things, even if it's fucking unpopular, even if it's kind of nasty because there were children that was hurt. Yeah, even if it's fucking, it looks bad and it's cruel, it's whatever, you're allowed to question events. And that's what they want. They want to be able to set an example that, like, if you don't buy these narratives, especially when it's a narrative around like a mass shooting or something like that. If you don't buy this narrative, then, we could take you to court and make you pay a bunch of money, which they won't do to everybody, but they do it to, the big guys so they can set an example for everybody else. So everybody else is scared.
Survived decades of attacks, but intensified attacks once Obama declared me secretly a national security threat in 2013. We only learned that about 5 months ago from the Trump administration. They gave us the documents. And the blueprint they used to try to take me down were a threat to their globalist operation, obviously, because we understand their plan and how to warn people and how to educate folks, is the beta test for everybody else. And that's come out in documents. But we now know it was Michael Bloomberg and the Democrats that were financing the fake lawsuits and the rigging. And they tried in the bankruptcy when the judge ordered a auction last year. They violated his order and they had a fake one, the U.S. trustee for the Justice Department that was running it. And now they won't allow the sale to anybody that will keep us on air. And they've said they don't want that.
Okay, well, I guess that's not a possibility anymore because the first auction, the biggest bidders were Alex Jones friendly, I guess would be a way to put it, who would have probably kept Alex on INFOWARS. Because to be honest, if you're going to buy INFOWARS and you don't have Alex Jones on it, you're buying a dead company. It's fucking dumb. If you buy INFOWARS and you want to keep it earning money so it can help pay back the family, you would keep Alex Jones on the air because that's how INFOWARS earns money and people care about fucking INFOWARS. If you take Alex away, there's no more money in it. So like they're not going for the route that's going to get them the most money so that they can, be paid back to get their judgment. No, they're going for the route of how do we shut this guy down and stop him from talking, which they're not going to succeed at, by the way.
You're not allowed to do that under the law. So now because
I mean, it would have worked if like Twitter didn't let him back on and he was still banned from every social media platform, that it probably would have hurt more. But now that he's got Twitter, he'll be fine.
Because the judge won't do that and has kept us open, they've gone to the same judge that ran the rigged court case that already found me guilty, Judge Gloria Gamble, who literally before he became a judge is like an Antifa lady with bright blue hair. And she produced this whole HBO show trial where I was already guilty. They've now gone to her, and she said on Wednesday, I'm going to have another hearing. But she said, they said they may do it quicker with this receiver from the state and come seize the building to, quote, pay them the money, even though this equipment isn't even worth $300,000, $400,000, even though they refuse settlements, and it's all on appeal as well, is why the federal judges blocked them. So this is just emblematic of the lawlessness that we're dealing with. And it's so extreme. But some people out there go, well, you've survived this long. You'll be just fine. I had to buck private security that the DOJ sent in here saying get out of the building in May of last year. I had to, when they turned the internet.
First of all, it's a ridiculous fucking number. $1.5 billion, dude. Because you said something that somebody didn't like and it hurt their feelings. I'm telling you, free speech is already dead in this country. People need to understand that. Is it dead, on the streets? Is it dead when you're talking to your friend? No. On the internet, it's dead. And this is just them trying to fucking put the kill shot in there. I'm telling you, man, we're going to lose free speech.
Off, go to an emergency backup system at the Alex Jones Network in November. Remember all that? And there's been a bunch of other stuff's gone down. So I don't know when they're coming in. I've been told it could be today. She's already given the order. And we think it could be a bait and switch saying she's having this September 16th meeting because they want me off the air. Now, it's not going to get us off the air. They shut this.
Dalkini says, I bet the lawsuit has something to do with Alex not being on JRE for the past few years. It's possible it could be the lawsuit, bro. But I think Joe might still be mad at Alex.
Zatoy Keys Cane Sword. Super chatted $20. Let's not forget, Alex Jones did get railroaded. They went after him based on being said, keep an eye on everybody.
I agree, Zato. Thank you for the 20, brother.
Wilford Brimley super chatted $2. Jones been saying for years he's getting shut down.
Yeah, but that's because they've been trying to shut him down. They literally almost took over his building, and the judge saved him at the last minute. Look, as of right now, he's getting shut down. A judge is going to have to come in and put a stop to this. Will a judge come in and stop this? I don't know, dude. But yeah, they are trying to shut him down. This is not a grift. Let me pull up this video. This is why I think Joe is still mad about when Alex went off on him. Because the last time Alex was on with Rogan, it was right after they had this huge blow up. And the blow up was mostly from Alex's side more than from Joe's side. And the things that Alex said about Joe were pretty fucking hardcore. So I think Rogan was like, okay, I'll have him on. We'll calm down the situation. We'll de-escalate. But I think Joe is still kind of not happy about this.
Alex,
just so you guys can remember.
I still like you as a person. If I saw you, I'd still give you a hug.
My point is, I think this is why Joe probably hasn't had him on yet. I think Joe's still holding a grudge over this little feud they had. You guys remember this?
Everything's a fucking conspiracy.
It's this whole thing like, I still want to hug you. No, Joe, I want you to be my enemy. Don't give me any more pleasantries. I want war. Give me your attacks. Everything. Now you understand the shape of things. That's good that you understand those. Now you understand that I'll get my hands politically around your neck, and all your tough guy crap's gonna end real quick. God wants me to wage war. God told me, destroy Joe Rogan. Yes, sir, Jesus, I will do it. No more games. War. Ah! A real thing. War. 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 You want war against our children? You want war against God? You will get war. War. Ah!
So yeah, I think Joe still probably still has some hard feelings about this. Look, I understand where Alex was coming from, and I agree with why Alex was upset with Joe at the time. But did Alex take it a little too far? I think he might have took it a little too far, dude. You know, you guys, should I play this for old time's sake? We got time. We're just chilling. You guys want to watch this again? I miss these days, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, Alex, just go to war with everybody.
Having to like respond to people that want to know if I've seen what Alex Jones has said about me lately is one of the weirder things that I've dealt with.
Joe Rogan, metaphysically, is a Christmas hog. And I'm going to politically haul him up by his back legs and slit his throat. His blood will fill buckets politically, not violently. Sharpen
Well, Rex, somebody says it's all an act. Rex was on Alex Stein, his son Rex, and Rex said he's even crazier in real life than he is on the air. That he's actually kind of tame on the air, which is funny. No, I think Alex was really upset with Joe because this is when Alex was going through the lawsuit, and Joe kept repeating like George Soros talking points, as Alex puts it. I forgot the media matters. He was just repeating all the media matters shit about how Alex fucked up and how he just basically repeating all the Sandy Hook propaganda over and over and over. And Alex got pissed, and a lot of people credit this whole arc, this whole attack from Alex, for being one of the things that drove Joe Rogan more to the right, like it made Joe Rogan wake up. That's possible. But I do think Joe still holds a grudge over this because Alex went so fucking hard.
Full attack. Let's go. Stop saying with my friend. Let's go to war, man. Let's have it on. All your big talk is going to end right now.
First of all, I've always had good dealings with Alex in person to person. But he's obviously in a world of shit right now. There's a lot going on with him with this Sandy Hook stuff. And he wasn't entirely honest with me about what he had said about Sandy Hook. There's a Media Matters video that shows all the time where he said that Sandy Hook was fake.
If you read George Soros talking points about me on air anymore, I'm going to tell folks, not stuff I know from knowing you personally about 20 years, but about that damn CIA operation here in Austin.
Then recently,
What's the CIA operation, Alex? Is Joe involved with the DMT fucking? I wish Alex would have gave us more, because Joe was one of the ones early on who was pushing DMT. Remember DMT, the spirit molecule, that documentary that was all over the place, and Joe was talking about how crazy DMT was, and I don't know. I wonder maybe Joe is CIA. Maybe that's why Mike Baker's there every month or every week. I don't think Joe's CIA, but it's possible, man. Anybody could be fucking a Fed at this point, dude.
Because I haven't had him on the podcast, he decided to start saying that I work for the CIA and that I'm George Soros talking points, which I don't even know what these fucking talking points are.
He literally says, I don't follow talking points. I follow Media Matters that's owned and run by George Soros. And so I told you, because you become their darling, that you're now the enemy. And I told you clear. I said, you don't need to have me on. Just stop sucking George Soros's ding-a-ling or I'm coming after you. I told you.
Not talking to anybody. No one's giving me talking points. But you're making shit up. And this is not helping anybody who wants to defend you. It's not helping me as a person talk about the good qualities in you. And these things that you're saying are made up. You're making up the fact that I'm in the CIA. You're making up for the fact that the Hollywood insiders have given me information and tell me what to say. That's not true. You know it's not true. You know me. This is very complicated to me. And this is one of the reasons why I struggled with bringing him back on the podcast. That's very complicated.
Joe, I'll never talk to you again. I'll never come on your show again. I'm going to...
By the way, he went on this show like right after this. This was the thing that finally made Joe go like, oh, fuck, I need to talk to this guy. He's like threatening to kill me. That they rekindled their friendship, and it seemed like things were all good, when him and Tim Dillon were on Joe's show. And I thought, great, we're going to get more Alex episodes. And then Joe moved to Austin, and I'm like, oh, fuck yes, dude. Maybe every month we'll get an Alex episode. Haven't had one since. And it's mind-boggling to me, man. It's mind-boggling. Joe, you could use the views right now, bro. Have Alex on.
Destroy you. I understand it now.
As a fan, my God, give us something, Joe, please.
I'm going to get you. I'm coming for you. You understand that? Who do you think I am? What do you think I do? You're very foolish. I don't hate you, Joe. I'm revolted by you. See the difference? You revolt me. Jack Dorsey, that little oiled pimp, that little front man of DARPA up there like a rat, like a spider, cleaning its pinchers. Ugh.
I don't think Joe's show, it's fallen off view-wise, but I don't trust a lot of the fucking views with the algorithm. The algorithm's constantly trying to shut down things it doesn't like and push things it does. And Joe's on the bad side of the powers that be right now. In my opinion, I know a lot of people think he's a CIA bad shill. I don't think he is. But yeah, part of the problem for me with Joe is I gotta like the guests. There's a lot of guests he talks to I'm just not interested in. So, a big part of Joe's show is getting those guests that like create a buzz. Like when he had Cat Williams on, when he had Donald Trump on, like we need more episodes like that with like guests that like pique, well, at least my interest. Everybody's got different interests. But with me, Alex Jones, I'd be immediately watching that whole episode, and I think a lot of people would. Even Elon, when Elon's on, shit, get Trump on again. But that's probably going to be hard that he's president, but,
Oh, you're MMA, you got a bald head, you're so tough. I'm so scared, Joe. I'm so scared right now. I'm so scared of your big wigs in Vegas and all the stuff you told me about 20 years ago, about the mafia owning UFC and everything. I already knew that when you told me that. You think I was so impressed with that and all the rest of your weird-ass crap. So it's just at the end of the day, dude, you've been acting like a tough guy for a long time. Destroy me. Give me your power. Show me what you can do. Here I am. See how it works now? Oh, I'm so scared, Joe. Here I am, Joe.
Oh, you get him, Alex. Get him.
You can't do anything because you're a devil. And you can't stand against truth. And you've chosen the wrong side, and you're going to be destroyed. No matter what happens to me, Joe, you're done.
Even though I'm I've known the guy since 1998, and if I'm around him, I'd say that's my friend Alex Jones. He's a friend. He obviously did something fucked up. And the parents that had to deal with what he did, there's parents that had to deal with people calling them a crisis actor. They had to deal with people harassing them at the courthouse and harassing them if they met them in public because they were saying that they were lying about their kids being killed. So not only are their kids being killed, but they have to deal with someone harassing them and saying you're a liar and you're an actor. It's insanity.
Shining on with the big boys, Joe.
I love this, Alex.
Circling the black hole of hell, Joe. I can't wait to bang heads with you. They just don't understand how it works. They don't understand how the teeth bite. They don't understand the shape of doom. They just don't understand it. And I will detonate, thanks to God's blessing, not the defeat of Hillary, but the next great mission before I'm done. I will detonate the war that leads to your destruction. And Joe is only a baby in this, but he's an example of these fools.
God, I love this Alex, man. This is the Alex I love so much.
Super chatted $2. Very sus that Joe won't have Alex on again.
Well, I mean, look, like I said, I think Joe wanted to bury the hatchet. But just because you bury the hatchet doesn't mean you still don't have some sort of grudge. And you're like, okay, we made peace, but I still don't like the guy. So I don't know. That's the opinion I've come to at this point. This is why he's not having Alex on. He's still upset about this.
Who must first be destroyed.
I could be wrong. Just my opinion.
They're cleansed. Because we've taken down Hillary, and we've taken down the globalist, and we're going to take down Soros, and we're going to take you down. Once we stop fearing the devil and start taking the devil on is the day we start living. And then you see the horizon. You realize God's in control. And the bluff's got to be called. The enemy's got to be engaged. Bone's got to meet bone. Sword's got to meet shield. The axe has got to come down on that skull. And in the end, we'll see heaven. I know the wind is filling my sails, and I'm on a journey where I'm supposed to go. I'm on.
When did I make this? 2020 is what I remember. No, I think this was 2018. Yeah, 6 years ago, 2019 maybe. Yeah, February 2019.
The path of my ancestors, a path beyond the stars, a path to Valhalla. And that's why I do this. Because to not do it is to lose the soul.
I still remember when I made this. I was in Colorado traveling. I was making no money off the channel, so I had to go back to contracting. And I was in some fucking hotel where I had the weekend off in Colorado. And I was like, what am I going to make? I don't know. I got to make something because I barely had time to make anything. And then I threw this shit together and it fucking blew up. That was nice to see. But of course it blew up. I mean, Joe Rogan and Alex Jones feuding. I mean, come on. That's going to blow up. It might not blow up now because all this shit is buried so fucking hard in the algorithm. But yeah, this is something everybody would love to see.
You've all chosen your lot with the devil, and I've chosen that I must take you on. It'll be this contest that defines us. It'll be these wars, these fights that make us who we are.
But I don't hate the guy. He'll scream and yell and call me a demon. He's not in a good place. You're not in a good place when you're defending against that. And all these other conspiracies, like, it's all fun and games until you're talking about people's kids getting murdered. And then all of a sudden people are like, fuck you.
See, Joe, you're in the pretend Hollywood world. I'm in the big boy world. The big boy world. If you're a whale, you're fighting a big squid 10 times bigger than you.
This is a lot of people's favorite part.
No sperm whale's ever fought that, Joe. You're just a little sperm whale. There's a squid this long. That's me. One of my tentacles can your entire head. And don't worry, I'll show you. But I'm going to squeeze you slowly, just slowly, the big tough Hollywood guy. Just very slowly.
Do I got to look that up finally? Let me look that up.
Sword. Super chatted $5. Joe needs to apologize to Nick DiPaolo. Jamie, pull that up. Joe was denying, for example, Trump-Russia collusion.
I'll pull that up because you've mentioned it, but I don't remember what the feud was. Let's see if I can find a video on it.
Squeeze and give you what you want, Hollywood, because vengeance is God. That's where this all comes from. And so now you get the full heat loads. See, it's only started.
Dude, the big giant burning plungers aren't even there, like, because I'm clear to fire, dude. Jesus, who you hate so much, said, Jesus told me to destroy Joe Rogan.
See, that's what it got a little crazy right there, dude. I think this is where Joe saw this and he was like, holy shit. I'm actually kind of scared now. This guy's saying God's telling him to destroy me. That's when it got a little crazy, man. I think this is when he was like, Jamie, reach out to Alex's people. Let's bring them on the show. I got to sort this out. I can't have this going on right now.
If he was just ranting about government conspiracies or, who shot this guy or who's stealing money from here, some of what he talks about is beneficial. But Alex is not. I don't think he's in a good place.
Is it from 6 years ago, dude? Because I see a clip of DePaulo and Joe arguing over Trump, but it's from 6 fucking years ago. Is that the time frame, or is this something more recent?
I don't think he's in a good place mentally, and I don't think he's in a good place in terms of his situation with the law. I don't hate you, Alex Jones. If you listen to this, if I saw you, I'd still give you a hug. I'll still even do your fucking show when I come to Austin. I don't care. We can come and hang out, but just stop making shit up. It's silly.
When I get my hands on you, when I get my hands around your neck and all of your fake so-called male prowess, you will understand and you will know. So you think I like the fact that I know they're murdering kids right now? And
this is right after he got banned. So I think Alex was kind of in a bad place because he was probably seeing all of his revenue drying up, or at least like shrinking majorly as he got kicked off like YouTube and everywhere. Twitter, everywhere. So, and then Joe's fucking attacking him, someone he considers a friend. So yeah, Alex was, I don't think this is Alex is obviously putting on a little bit of an act for like entertainment value, but he's pissed off, dude. He is clearly fucking seething.
Sucking their freaking blood, and then you will around.
I don't want to interrupt this. It's so good.
When I get my hands on you, when I get my hands around your neck and all of your fake so-called male prowess, you will understand and you will know. So you think I like the fact that I know they're murdering kids right now and sucking their freaking blood, and then you won't man up and say it's wrong? Joe Rogan, you've got one last chance to get down on your knees to the Holy Spirit and ask Jesus Christ to cleanse you, because I don't believe you don't know all the stuff. You're smart. When I was on your show, you knew everything I knew and more. I've known you 21 years, and you're smart, but you're a devil. Everything's on the line. My family, my name, everything. I'll never submit to you. You've met your match. Get ready.
I felt like it needed an explosion at the end. It's like it needs an explosion at the end. I don't know why. It feels like it's what belongs there. This makes me want to go down all the old Rogan videos I did. I forgot to see Zato. Was it from 6 years ago, Zato? Did you respond? Was that shit from 6 years ago, Zato? It was a DMT, bro. Zato, Alex didn't do any DMT. Let me know, Zato, because I got a clip from 6 years ago. I don't know if this is the right one, but this really makes me want to go down the rabbit hole of the Rogan fucking Jones shit. Let's play some more. Let me find this is one that I think got slept on. This was the first one that I did in this style, like the same style as the video you just watched. I got to get into my videos because I don't think I'll find it if I try to search it through regular YouTube. Let me see. Come on, I gotta find it, guys. Bear with me. What was the name of it? When Friends... You guys have probably heard that music. I hear that music all the time now. Everybody's using that shit. Let me find this one, man. It's such an old one. It's hard to find. Let me find it. I have so much Alex Jones shit in my fucking library. Here we go. The Friend Zone. This is
Like, you're a fucking cool guy.
they've had a lot of back and forth. It's not all been fucking great with Alex and Rogan. So I think, again, it's more evidence as to why I think Rogan's not having them on, because they tend to like have little breakups that go real ugly, and then they make up, and then they break up, and then they make up.
Like, you're a fucking cool guy. You're a really nice guy to hang around. Give me a hug, you big, beautiful bastard.
And by the way, this is the one where Alex says he's in the CIA. Now, is Alex in the CIA? I don't know. Maybe he's talking about his family, or maybe he's talking about the fact that Trump is in power at this point, and his movement, runs the CIA now. I guess. I don't know, dude.
You're awesome, man. Good to see you.
I miss you. So good to see you.
I miss you too, man.
Verifiable. I've got the documents right here. You know who else is a great comic? And I'm here to see him tonight. It's Joe Rogan. He's coming up in mere minutes.
I'm glad we're friends, and I'm glad we've been friends for so long. You're an interesting dude, Alex.
This one I set up like a movie trailer.
And you're a real...
I was very new to editing. Like, people thought I was like some editing genius when I blew up. I like barely knew what the fuck I was doing. And yeah, this one came out all right, but I was still really new to editing.
Still truth seeker,
Joe Rogan Experience, get on iTunes. If the Illuminati lets you. If the black helicopters don't come, take away your cell phone. You think I'm playing games?
See, like right there, I didn't know how to make the fucking, because it sounded weird. For people that like editing, the music ended, but then I had no like music for when the title came, so it just sounded weird having a completely dead, silent fucking bed or whatever you'd call it. So I tried to like drag out the ending of the song, and it came out terribly. I was so bad.
Why does he legitimize quacks like Alex Jones? It creates a false equivalence problem.
Oh, no.
Why does he interview so many bad faith actors like Alex Jones?
I talk to people, and I record it. That's it. I'm not a journalist, by any stretch of the imagination. Alex Jones has been my friend for 20 years. He's fucking crazy.
Oh, I had Alex on. People think I like Alex. I like him as a friend, but he's a total nutball. Here's reality, Joe. Here it is. If you turn over to Palpatine and become Darth Vader, I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm coming for you, buddy. I'm trying to change the world, and I'm doing it.
People just get caught up in looking for conspiracies and everything. And after a while, it's exhausting.
I'm not stupid. You're right, Joe. Hey, I'm the bad guy. I'm sorry.
When he goes crazy, he gets mad at me.
You see what
I'm
saying?
not stupid when I watch all that. I'm not dumb. I don't sit here and play Machiavellian games.
He might go to the CIA. Who knows?
This is exactly why I think Joe doesn't have him on anymore.
I'm not stupid. You're right, Joe. Hey, I'm the bad
Listen
guy.
to what Joe
I'm
says.
sorry.
When he goes crazy, he gets mad at me.
He's like an abusive relationship.
I'm not stupid when I watch all that. I'm not dumb. I don't sit here and play
Alex Jones rants as an indie folk song.
Oh, El Jefe. Everybody knows that one, man. I don't know. We'll see if we get to that one. Got to get back to the original clip I was playing. This is we're taking a little bit of a U-turn here. Thank you for the super chat.
I'm not stupid when I watch all that. I'm not dumb. I don't sit here and play Machiavellian games.
He might go to the CIA. Who knows?
What?
Nothing.
Like you don't know full well, Joe Rogan.
But look, Alex Jones going to hear this, so I'm just...
I'm with the CIA.
Oh, there it is.
I'm with the CIA like it's mysterious or cool. It's like talking about the post office. The CIA gets its talking points from me, Joe. I run the CIA, Joe.
Okay, that's not an edit. She said that. I don't think he's CIA, but I don't know what his point was here. But yeah, people are going to run with that and be like, yeah, Alex, he said he was CIA. He's definitely CIA now, guys.
The CIA gets its talking points for cools. I'm with the CIA. You don't know full well, Joe Rogan.
But look, Alex Jones going to hear this, so I'm just...
I'm with the CIA.
Talking about the CIA like it's mysterious or cool is like talking about the post office. The CIA gets its talking points from me, Joe. I run the CIA, Joe. I've told people to get messages to Joe. I've left messages, and I know he listens to them. I can see him being listened to.
I mean, look. I mean, come on, Alex. That's a bad look, bro. Come on. You're coming across like a stalker at this point. I'm telling you, this is probably why, because of all the times their relationship has gone sour. You know, like when you have a friend and then like you're friends for a long time, but you constantly have issues and then you fight and then you become enemies and you become friends again, then you become enemies. And eventually you're like, yeah, okay, we're friends now. We're not enemies. So I'm just going to end it now while we're friends and try to leave it that way. But if I communicate and start interacting with them again, I will become an enemy eventually. So this might be something like that.
And you know full well about that too, Joe. You know about the CIA. You're out there in the middle of Hollywood. You know damn well, and we've talked about it. So I'm just disappointed.
So just to calm Alex down, nobody's telling me what to say. No one's telling me what to do. Alex, you gotta calm down.
My soul ain't for sale. Don't talk about what America is on the 4th of July. Don't celebrate we're bringing the country back. And somehow we're pissing on America when we're the ones bringing it back. You think I'm stupid? I'm right. I told the truth. I raised the alarm. But I just want to be with you in history. I like you, man. You're a really cool guy.
Oliver Stone, please. Okay, Oliver, look, I know you're getting older. Okay, this is an Oliver Stone film. Bring me in. You can be an advisor. Help me to fucking learn directing. And we will make this amazing fucking film, Oliver. And it will be just like an Oliver Stone film. It will be fantastic. Okay, that's my offer to Oliver, all right? Let's make this film. Yeah, Liver King vs. Joe.
JCD 780 super chatted $1.45. These videos reminding me of Liver King vs. Joe lol.
Way more entertaining, though. Way more entertaining. And a little less crazy. I've been not much less crazy, but a little less crazy than Liver King. But if only Liver King had the fucking charisma and the gravitas that Alex Jones has, then it would have been this entertaining. But unfortunately, he doesn't. He's just good at rambling like a fucking lunatic. By the way, he kind of disappeared. I did check up on him on Liver King. He did this weird video where he's like just sitting down in the woods, breaking sticks, looking fucking manic as ever. And then he like disappeared for almost a month. But then he came back not long ago and did a surfing video with this surfing influencer. But it looks like he might actually be getting some help now because I'm not seeing the constant posting. There's been one post in a month and that was him surfing. So maybe he's getting help. The dude needs it. And yeah, I hope he, whatever's going on with him, I hope he figures it out and he ends up on the other side healthy and better, you know, for his sake and his family's sake, because it was looking pretty bad there for a while. Okay, I'll play the Joe Rogan Nick DiPaolo one because it was requested. And but the thing is, I don't know if this is the right one. Is this the right one, dude? Zato, is this the right one?
Yeah, this thing that I was reading or the list.
It seems like this is kind of old though. This was 6 years ago. Is there something more current where they fought?
To rather this Sam Harris podcast.
Is this the ones out
there? Very fucking interesting because they're talking about what we actually know about the data and where it's coming from and how these people are doing this and how they're setting these things up.
Yeah, that guy, the comic that you and I talked about, again, that clip of this Russian who's a former KGB guy who defected to this country, explaining how it works. Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Explaining exactly how it works. And what he was saying, this is 30-something years ago, 35 years ago, is going down exactly the way he explained it.
And Putin is a KGB guy.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's...
This idea that Trump's working with him is fucking silly.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think he's working with him to undermine democracy.
This is when Joe was in California, and I think he had a lot of the TDS types constantly in his ear.
But I definitely think they've got some business dealings. I mean, they were offering him the Trump...
but that's not illegal.
The penthouse and Trump
That's
tower.
not illegal. None of that is illegal. Don't take that from me. Take that from Alan Dershowitz.
I don't...
It's not... I mean, and we trust old Alan, but I mean, he is a legal mind. He is a legal mind, but I don't really trust Alan, to be honest. Don't sue me, Alan. This is not defamation. I'm just saying I just don't trust you, bro. That's all.
Smarter than both of us.
I'm not saying it's illegal, but I don't think that he was honest about that. He said, I don't do any dealings with Russia. I don't have any business with Russia. And he definitely did. That's just not true.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
That's what they're targeting. They're not going to get him for anything.
You don't think so?
Nah.
You think he's going to just...
Well, maybe impeachment, but I don't even on what case. I don't even know what they get him. High crimes and misdemeanors. I don't know what he's done. To talk about building a tower in Moscow is not illegal, or to have business. And what did he lie about specifically?
Well, there's a lot.
Like what?
We could pull it up. Let's find out all the things.
What, do you got to go to salon.com?
No, you can go to a million different websites.
Well, I know. But which ones are telling that? We just established that the fucking social media tilts left. So
yes, social.
Joe Rogan was deep in the left wing algorithms at this point. It sounds like, dude.
Media does. We're not talking.
But yeah, Nick was 100% right. Nick was right. The Russiagate was all just a fucking bunch of bullshit. It was a made up, phony fucking story. Say what you want about the Epstein files and how terrible Trump looks about that right now. That's all true. Doesn't mean the Russian shit was true. It wasn't. It was just phony fucking bullshit meant to undermine his presidency. But yeah, I get it. We don't got to play this whole thing and rehash something from 6 years ago. But yeah, I agree. Joe, I mean, do you need to come out 6 years later and go, guys, I was wrong about this 6 years ago, but I'm sure Joe knows. And Joe knows he was wrong about it. And, we're not all right about everything. Sometimes we're wrong. All right, let's get back to the, where was the Alex shit? Here we go. Let's get back to the original video that got us off track here about Alex talking about INFOWARS being shut down. And this would be a good time, Joe. I mean, I get it. You might still be a little soured with the relationship with Alex, but if if Alex really does get INFOWARS shut down, might be a good time to have your friend on and let him fucking promote whatever his new platform's going to be.
This down, go to Real Off Shows on X, go to Rumble. You'll see the new sites. You'll see all the stuff announced. And we've got our countersuits on them. But that's why your support is so important. But I wanted to just show you clips from MSNBC. This is a small sampling. There's literally was all over the news everywhere last night. And KVUE in Austin. These are just the two I picked. You type my name in to the news. There's literally hundreds of newscasts about this. PBS, NPR, they're all celebrating. Jones hid money. Jones is corrupt. Jones is a crook. Jones has finally got to pay the money. But listen to this MSNBC host. She goes, it's horrible and terrible that he appealed this. It's terrible a federal judge blocked it. How dare I use the courts? How dare I start to override the corrupt state court that found me guilty and then told a jury a bunch of lies and then found me civilly liable for stuff the jury didn't even hear 2 weeks later after the trial was over. Did you hear me right? And you got Bloomberg and AP, and Bloomberg's behind it. Bloomberg, when they write it, should say, by the way, our owner is the one trying to take this over, financing the Onion. His gun control group that he owns and runs is the partner. It says a jury found him guilty. No, they didn't. A judge did, and then she told them how guilty I was and wouldn't let us put on a defense, just like Connecticut 2 months later, all coordinated. 5 years of lawsuits, all culminating in a 2-month span right before the midterms.
People like to skip over that fact, but that's a really fucking... they say, well, it's because he didn't give discovery. They wanted all the videos going back 20 fucking years, and he couldn't provide everything, so therefore it was a default guilty verdict that the judge decided to issue out. And, that's because Jones wasn't cooperating. He didn't have every fucking video. Apparently, if I remember right, at this point, he was nuked off YouTube. And YouTube, for me, if I got nuked off YouTube, there'd be a lot of videos I don't have backups on. For one, I'm just fucking lazy. I don't want to have to be buying hard drives every 10 fucking minutes. So when my hard drives fill up, I'm just like, all right, whatever. If the internet values my work enough, somebody will save it and repost it. So FYI, if my channel's ever nuked, there's videos on there I don't have backups on. So if you want to make a backup, go for it. Okay? Because to me, if my work is valuable, people will make their own backups. And maybe I should start making backups, but it just ends up being so much shit, man. So much shit to save, especially like the Premiere Pro fucking saves where I do the editing. There are so many fucking videos tied to that where if I delete the fucking original video I made the edit from, then I can't pull up the Premiere Pro that got all. So it's just a pain in the ass keeping all that shit, dude. So I understand that. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's doing a 4-hour show for 20 fucking years. That's a huge database to keep. And then you have YouTube and you're like, oh, YouTube will be my database. Everything's uploaded to YouTube. It'll all be backed up on YouTube. And then one day YouTube goes, you're gone. Something you never thought would happen. And now you got to give them all these videos. They want videos from 10 years before, and you don't have them anymore. So now you're guilty. And now you don't get to fucking defend yourself in court. You're just automatically guilty. And you get right up the butt, bro.
2.5 years ago. And now we have the Justice Department documents that they funded it all, paid the money. I mean, this is sensationally evil. But listen to them saying, how dare I be able to appeal in America? That's a police state they want. That's a tyranny they want. That's what they claim Trump's doing. No, he's the one went through all the lawfare too. And because you backed him, he's still there. So I need you to go to the AlexJonesStore.com. We have products that once you get them, we have 80+% reorder on things like our methylene blue. The average supplement, 70+% reorder. Nobody's got that.
He's so good. Everything turns into a methylene blue ad, man. He's going to sell me one of these days. I'm telling you, I'm gonna take some methylene blue. I ever run into it? Look, I'm not saying I'll take it every day, but I mean, fuck, what if it ends up being really good? And then I'm like, damn, my brain's working better than ever, and I feel so fucking powerful and strong and focused. Shit, I might be hooked. I might be blue mouth pink trip for the rest of my life. Or I'll take the pills probably, but I bet the pills don't hit as hard as the fucking droppers do, right? The pills never hit as hard as a straight liquid.
The _unstoppable_life super chatted $5. Also, don't forget
That's a
if
problem
your
too.
external hard drive corrupts like mine did.
That's the problem
Lost
too.
years worth of stuff. I respect the laziness.
They only have so much fucking life. And then like, okay, so every 10 years I'm going to have to buy a new hard drive and move everything over. And like, I don't have extra computers just to sit here moving files across. If I do that shit on my main computer, it's going to shut down everything I do on my computer because my computer's going to be slow as fuck as I'm moving all these files. So it's such a pain in the fucking ass. So yeah, if there's videos you like, go make backups, you know? And I don't mind if you post my shit too. Like if you want to post my shit, go ahead. Just give me credit. Just point people to where I'm at. Just be like, Pink Trip made this and this is where you can find Pink Trip. That's all I care about. And then at that point, it's free promotion. The only time I get mad is when people post my shit and then they like don't tell anybody who made it. And then next thing you know, the video does well. And then now they got 10 of my videos they've posted and not a single time do they even point anybody to the guy who made it. And everybody just assumes they made it. That shit kind of sucks.
We have the very best bovine colostrum. People know about that. You better learn about it. We got the best. Regrows your gut flora, repairs the gut lining, supercharges the whole body.
Is the whole last six minutes of this going to be an ad?
So get your bovine colostrum at thealexstore.com. And again, I don't know. They can't shut them down. They don't have a judgment. Comprende? Regardless, it's also funny. They can't shut them down. They don't have a judgment on them. So
yeah, so I think his dad owns the Alex Jones store, so they can't touch it. I saw a picture of Alex's dad. It's crazy. Alex's dad looks just like fucking Alex.
You buy stuff at thealexstore.com. You're keeping us on the air regardless. I need everybody to commit to be a VIP. You spend $30 a month. You can cancel anytime. It's just like Amazon Prime. But when you buy anything, you make an additional $10.
Nobody sells better than Alex.
Every Ultimate Life Force. And it's held back. It never sold. They never buying the products. And find out how.
Alex, you're going to have to send me some money for this free advertising, bro.
I salute you. But here is MSNBC.
Okay. We got past the ad.
And local news. Just an
support
example
Alex.
of what they're saying. Here it is.
And they can't touch, if you spend money at the Alex Jones store, they can't touch it because Alex doesn't own it. So that, you don't have to worry about the dirty globalists getting their hands on it. But yeah, we definitely should support them, especially if they're going to shut his shit down. We got to support people like this.
Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones may soon be forced to finally close up shop over at INFOWARS once and for all. I say may because it's quite the ongoing saga. I mean, to recap, Alex Jones's online media empire, INFOWARS, has long been a cesspool of fringe far-right conspiracies and fake news. And among the most egregious conspiracies, he has
Oh, thanks for the gift of membership, Be Unstoppable. Who got it? I forgot. I was talking when it came in. Blake O'Brien. Welcome, Blake. And thank you, Be Unstoppable. Hope you're doing good, brother. Be Unstoppable is another one. He's starting a new business. I've been there. I started a business in 2016. It lasted. It had some success, but then the contracts dried up, and it was like ended up just owing a fuckload of taxes. That was my big reward for starting a business. Is like, oh, here's your tax bill. So it's difficult. So Be Unstoppable. I got to find some way to shout out your business, Be Unstoppable, so we can send you some customers. I mean, not like I'm gonna send you a lot of customers, but who knows? Maybe there's some local people to you that watch the show that might want to buy a water filtration system.
platform was the claim that the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School mass shooting was a giant hoax. Families of the victims of that mass shooting sued Jones for defamation, and in 2022, he was ordered to pay them over $1.4 billion in damages. Jones filed for bankruptcy, and INFOWARS was put up for auction.
That's such a ridiculous number, dude. 1.4 billion. That just on the surface tells you this is a laughing stock. This is a fucking joke.
Last fall. And the winner of that auction was the satirical news outlet The Onion, the best detail ever. You know, the outlet behind headlines like these.
The dead outlet that no one gives a shit about.
Essentially, The Onion wanted to turn the already fake news INFOWARS into a parody of itself. And it was a purchase the Sandy Hook families welcomed. But then a federal judge rejected the sale and said that state courts should settle instead. So that brings us to the present. A state judge in Texas has now ordered all of INFOWARS' intellectual and physical assets to be turned over to a state receiver, who will then restart the sale process. Now, Jones thinks of himself as the victim of all of this and is still appealing, which is outrageous. So it remains to be seen if and when that sale will happen. But the owner of The Onion says, we're working on it. That's all I can say for now. I'll be tuning in. And a lawyer for the victim's family says this. The families are pleased that the court has placed INFOWARS' parent company into receivership, which was fine.
Where are they filming? What the fuck are they filming? Like in the middle of the south, like the south side of Chicago or something? Like you just hear sirens in the background the whole time. This Chucky bitch is talking. It's just, is that part of the show? Do you just play sirens in the background? Or are you filming your show like in the ghetto? Was there just like a gang shooting outside your fucking studio or something? These cities are going to shit. They can't even film their shows in these cities because it's so dangerous. Like the whole show is just fucking sirens in the background.
Finally lead to accountability for Alex Jones's monstrously cruel harassment. Accountability that has been a long time coming.
That's Jen Psaki, one of the greatest liars of all time. What a joke. They raised hundreds of millions off me. I did nothing to them. The judge found me guilty. Both judges, it's all a fraud. So that's who these people are. And they want me silenced because I'm effective at telling the truth and exposing them. I can play other newscasts, but they all say the same crap. I was found guilty by judges, not a jury. That's the truth. That's the reality. So remember, we can get shut down anytime. You go to X, we'll try to get that too, but it'll take time. I'll tell you about the new stuff, where to find us there. Be ready for that.
Yeah, this is what he played at the beginning, right? Just repeating. Yeah, I do think Alex, somebody said Alex should have started his own a new thing a long time ago. I think he should definitely, if he does change, I think he should tweak the format a bit. I think the format's a little old, and he should kind of modernize the format a little bit. That's just my humble opinion. What else we got going on? iDubbbz. You guys want to hear about iDubbbz? You guys want to hear about what iDubbbz is up to? You guys give a shit about iDubbbz? I find it a little fascinating. It's crazy how this guy went from like this edgy fucking, YouTube star to just like nobody gives a fuck about him, and he's like super woke now, and he's ashamed of the videos he made, and it's just weird. None of it seems genuine or authentic either. That's the weird part.
Festive day for the unemployed. iDubbbz just solved racism.
Let an undocumented immigrant. I don't think I've watched this guy anymore.
No! Fear not, minorities. iDubbbz, the white man is here to save you. He released this garbage video, Are You Scared of Immigrants?
Yes.
I mean, that's something that you'd expect from iDubbbz. Like, he added zero value, zero insight, and had just the most mundane, lukewarm takes I've ever heard.
Dude, yeah, boxing iDubbbz, I would take that. I mean, look, if you're gonna box a celebrity, iDubbbz is like probably the easiest to fuck up. He's a little nerd, dude. He can't box. I've seen him box. It's pathetic. It's sad. I don't even fucking, I've never trained in boxing, and I guarantee you within a month I could be fucking dropping 1-2s on that little fucking dumbass.
I am more Italian than
I don't know. Maybe he's tougher than I think.
any of these people.
Okay, dude. What the f are they? What the f are these people living in Italy?
It's in the title. They're immigrants. Wait, PewDiePie moved to Japan. He must be Japanese.
What does an Italian look like? You don't see an Italian? What are they gonna wear, a name tag? Yeah, my name's Riccardo, the Italian.
Ooh, what a zinger there, iDubbbz. You got the whole battle bus laughing. Basically, iDubbbz threw a tantrum because this travel vlogger was saying that parts of Italy look pretty trashy, and, you know, let's not deny our eyes, it looks pretty bad. Anyway.
Yeah, I think I saw that. That went viral, and yeah. Paris, too. Paris is looking fucking disgusting. I mean, it's graffiti everywhere, fucking shit everywhere. A lot of these European cities that we look up to and we're like, oh, it's such a beautiful destination. They're complete shitholes now. It's not just our cities like LA and San Francisco and Seattle that are turning into complete shitholes. It's across the board. We have terrible fucking government, and they're just destroying everything. It's just, I don't know, man. We'll get back
If you
to
get
it.
your immigration...
But yeah, the immigration situation is not pretty either for the Europeans, dude. It's not pretty. It's sad. Like, I think I was watching a little Timcast earlier today, and Phil was talking about how, like, now they're saying that, oh, it's immoral, like, to be deporting people and taking them and away from their family. And it's like, yeah, but isn't it also immoral to replace a citizen, your citizens with foreigners and, like, dilute their vote? Like, isn't that immoral in a way as well? I think it really is, dude. It really is when you start replacing your population. The problem is whenever you talk about like the replacement theory, everybody makes it about race. And it's like, to me, you can make it about race, but it's really about Americans of all colors being replaced. Like when you bring in illegal immigrants, it doesn't just hurt white people, it hurts black people. It hurts Chinese Americans. It hurts actual Americans of all colors when you start replacing them with foreigners who don't even speak the fucking language. That should be like the number one, because we need immigrants, right? That should be probably the number one rule. Like, you have to actually speak fucking English. You got to speak the language if you want to have a chance of, like, becoming a citizen here. You know, not just on a vacation or some shit like that, but, like, you're actually coming here to do a job and, like, fucking hopefully, you know, eventually become a citizen. Like, if that's your goal, you should come here. We should be getting people from English-speaking countries first and foremost.
Policy or politics from someone like iDubbbz, you're probably more retarded. Even he is, but nevertheless, let's check out why I made this video in the first place, because he had a monumental crash out on stream. First, he called this a farmer's market, which is, using it very loosely.
There being a farmer's market, that's kind of a first world thing.
This is a farmer's market. That is some...
You think fucking poor countries don't have fruits and vegetables, bro? Even Cuba has fruits and vegetables, and they fucking struggle to get any sort of goods into their country. That's weird.
Exotic Guatemalan fruit collection.
Boomer racism.
Anyway, to make matters funnier, iDubbbz has actually never even been in Italy, so he's basically talking out of his ass, and a commenter called him out.
Here in Italy, many of my friends have been robbed, assaulted, and it's been by North African immigrants each time. But I guess the smug Californian has ruled that drawing any kind of conclusion from that is wrong. It is wrong. It is racist and f***ing weird.
Thank you, iDubbbz. I understand the Arabic.
Dude, why don't we let them all just move into your country, dude? Or move into your state or your neighborhood and start fucking with your fucking family. What are you gonna? And then if you complain and you go, oh my god, we got a bunch of people that moved here and they're from another country and they're attacking people and our women are not feeling safe because they have this weird culture where if you don't dress appropriately, they think they can R-word you, and it's all this weird shit going on. Oh, no, you're racist, iDubbbz. Shut the fuck up. But what about my sister was beat? Shut up, you're racist. It's so fucking stupid, dude.
Big saying now. You know, nothing like being lectured by a white dude from California who's never even been in the place he talks about with such, like, authority. I'll let Asmongold's bounce.
No, this is a typical leftist bullshit where it's like, because you happen to have black skin, you cannot criticize them because of their skin, which is it's another form of racism. It's racism as well. To say like, oh, you have to protect black people and you can't ever criticize them even when they're acting stupid Like, no, that's racism. You treat them like every other race. If white people were behaving that way, you'd have no problem saying it. You'd have no problem going, why are all these white people behaving this way? But, oh, if they're black and you say it, then it's racist. No, you got to treat everybody equally. And you got to speak reality, dude. And you try to do it in a way where you're not like, all black people are bad, obviously, because that's not true. Everybody knows that with a little bit of brain cells. But yeah, if you are bringing in a bunch of Africans into your fucking neighborhood and they're committing all kinds of fucking crimes and they don't speak your language and they're not assimilating into your culture and you see shit going downhill, like, you should be allowed to say something and not be called a racist.
Bangladeshi editor explained it.
By the way, just so we're clear, Idubbbz never went to Italy once in his life.
There's a wide variety of markets in Italy, from what I've seen. As someone who hasn't even been there, I went to a lot of places virtually on GeoGuessr. I've been to a lot of places in Italy.
It's honestly just sad how far Idubbbz has fallen.
You talk about things you definitely don't know or are not willing to understand. No, I know everything about Italy. No, dude, it takes 2 seconds to fucking Google.
So the guy living in California is shutting down Italians in his own comment section because he recognized patterns on Google.
I wouldn't be shocked if Idubbbz thinks all white people look the same. No, Italian physiology is a real thing.
Let an undocumented immigrant move in with you. It's like, change the undocumented immigrant part to fucking a stranger. Let a stranger move in with you. Yeah, still don't like it, bro.
Where's that empathy you were gloating about?
They never agree.
Spocko super chatted $1.99. Boots should just go get the bottom surgery.
Yeah, that's a sad story, man. This is what happens. Like, some dudes they get a little pussy and they just lock into that pussy. They just lock in. It's like, okay, what do you want me to do? I'll be mold me into whatever you want me to be. And it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad because you can tell he's just completely changed when Anissa or whatever the fuck her name is came around. It's her. She's the blame. I'm sorry. It's her fault. It's her fault. And this dude, I guess he just wasn't getting pussy, so that's all it took was one chick to give him a little, you know what, and that was it. Like, he would just say and do whatever she wants for the rest of his life. And there's a lot of dudes like that. And, you know, God bless you. If that's how you're going to be, God bless you. You know, I have an uncle that was like that. He was a good dude, but he was just like, you know, the wife's the boss. She's going to control everything, and I'm fine with that. And I'm going to do what she says. And, yeah, if that's what you want in a relationship, go for it. Have fun. But that's not for me.
Earlier. Personally, I got 3 Guatemalans living with me right now.
And meanwhile, he's sitting in some probably $1 million house enjoying the comforts of a first world country.
Okay, playing devil's advocate. He doesn't really look like he's enjoying the first world country much.
He's saying he wants an...
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're right. They're called Sims Hey You. And if Anna Paulina Luna, I mean, if she wanted me to be a fucking... If she wanted me to dress like a clown every day and drive a clown car, I'd probably do it for Anna Paulina Luna. But it takes a special woman to get me to behave that way, okay? It's not just any old Anissa off the block. It's got to be like a fucking powerful fucking female that's got the looks that can kill. You know what I'm saying?
Italian serving him. And an Italian to him is a white person. I have a lot of friends that say I only eat at authentic restaurants and are lefty. It's a fine line of cultural appropriation and racism. Yeah, like authentic restaurants. That's an interesting one. Because that is, I think, addressing more of a question, I think, a lot of the times of, like, gentrification.
He ran out of leftist buzzwords to use, so he had to drop gentrification.
Everything's a problem.
Idubbbz has changed his whole personality to try to appease Hassan and his, like, loyal lapdogs, and it's honestly sad.
And he picked the wrong time to jump on the Hassan train, because isn't Hassan, like, kind of not as popular anymore? This is the whole thing with, like, I hate to bring up the Groypers again, but they think they're like winning some sort of battle because they have more numbers. It's like, oh, look how many people are watching Nick. He's so powerful. Look at him. It's like, dude, look how many people watch Hassan. You think Hassan's not, all of a sudden is Hassan like some fucking beacon of fucking political this or that because he's got 60,000 live concurrent viewers. Anyway, sorry. I got off the track there, guys.
Went to Italy on Google Maps. He turned into the people he made fun of. IDubbbz is the definition of weak men create bad times.
Filming the street is propaganda, apparently. Lol. Yes, you idiot. It is propaganda.
Dude, I've been there. I've been there when you have a different opinion than your chat. But this is worse than anything I've ever done. I mean, to fall into this trap and be like, yeah, filming the street is propaganda, guys. Only if it captures a poor neighborhood, and then you can use that to talk badly about people who don't have white skin. But if you film a street, and it's a beautiful looking street with beautiful looking non-white people, then that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do. But don't go to Africa and film any slums in Africa, or you're a racist.
It is.
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Also, Small-Brained American is like the best YouTuber on this platform. I haven't been to India myself, but this guy recorded some areas in India that, you know, weren't pleasant to say the least.
It's lovely. I love India.
Anyway, since we're at the topic of...
My favorite place. I'm very famous in India, and I love the people of India. Shout out to the Indians. I got your back.
Canada. IDubbbz also crashed out from Tim Horton.
If someone f***s up half of your Tim Hortons order, it's still Tim Hortons.
What does chat think? My Canadians, back me up.
Unfortunately for everyone who backed him up in chat, you are, I regret to inform you, racist.
That word doesn't really hold the same punch that it used to.
Dude, you're like 10 years too late to this grift, dude. You should have started this grift 10 years ago. But no, 10 years ago, you were actually still making edgy videos and calling people the naughty words and blowing up your whole career using naughty words. But yeah, you're like 10 years too late to this grift, dude.
Like 2019. You could be opposed to foreigners and immigration while not being a racist at the same time. If you're
No, you can't. Not according to, you know, all the powers that be. You know, if you're against open borders, it's because you're racist. You know, if you think Israel is, you know, not behaving in a way that makes any sense to you and is probably getting a little crazy with the warmongering and, you know, it's not really pretty what's happening in Palestine and they might be kind of doing too much damage to the civilian population and, you know, some people say genocide. I don't know if I'll go that far. I don't know. You know, it's obviously ugly. Then you're an anti-Semite. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. And there's no way around that. And if you try to say you're not an anti-Semite or you try to say you're not a racist, that just makes you more racist and more of an anti-Semite. Get on your knees and fucking beg to the god of wokeness. I don't know. How do you get fucking penance, man? Like, how can I atone for my sins? Tell me, please.
Second generation immigrants that, you know, sound exactly the same as you, just have a different skin color, then sure, the racist argument is fair.
I don't really rep Tim Hortons like that no more.
We do not care, Dr. Joke. You can take that repackaged boomer racism somewhere else.
Bros beefing the Nelk goy.
Is it got cringe yet? Everything's boomer this, boomer that. Is that getting cringe yet? It was kind of funny, like in 2016. Or when was it, 2020 when it popped off? Remember that chick, Nico something, where she did that little dance with the Bernie Sanders shirt? And it was, you know, okay, boomer, whatever the fuck. And everybody's like, oh my God, she's so fucking hot. Like, that was like the pinnacle of the word boomer. It had reached maximum potential. Can we fucking retire it at this point, unless we're talking about actual fucking boomers? People call me a boomer, and I'm like, I'm a fucking millennial. Do you know how far away from being a boomer I am? But it's still, you know, I guess you got me. You called me a boomer. Let's retire that word, please. Unless they're actual boomers.
There's a singular chair in hotel rooms. Congrats on 6 million subs. Been here since 7 million. There's not one positive top comment. Please, Ian, share your thoughts on child. Look, the guy who scammed the charity wants to tell us how morally superior he is. Very empathetic. Thank you, Anissa's husband. Very cool. My liberal friends are gonna love this one. The thing is, his friends aren't even liberals. They're like far left lunatics. An average liberal will denounce this kind of shit. They live in Italy. They are Italians. If I move to China, does that make me Chinese?
In Somalia and...
That's a very good point. No, because Chinese, they will not allow that. they're allowed to like actually, protect their culture and their population and allow it to not be fucking invaded by another culture and population. But not us, not white people. We're not allowed to do that. Americans especially. We're definitely not allowed. We got to just put up with it. We got to just allow everybody in because, our ancestors 200 years ago, they were all immigrants. So we just have to keep allowing everybody in. Otherwise, you're a hypocrite.
Many more countries in the
And a
Middle
racist.
East.
And a racist.
So,
Don't forget the racist part.
already trying to like generalize the Middle East. 48.7% are cousin marriages. Is this a way of life you would like to import into a Western country? This is insane. This is an insane thing because what they're not including is that this is a country is in horrible conditions in every regard.
Oh, gee, the 2008 market collapse hit hard. Where's my cousin? I don't know how accurate that number is, but blaming it purely on economics is silly.
Honestly, I'm not going to question the statistic. The statistic might be wrong or it might be right, but I'm not interested.
I mean, you can look it up.
In discovering.
Do a little
Dude,
research.
he's got himself in some treacherous waters right now. Why even give an opinion on this? This is insane. The OGs know, and this might come as a shocker, but I myself am an immigrant to Canada from Russia. Пошли нахуй все американцы, я шпион за Россию. Ура, ура.
Да ты чё?
Also, don't be getting your politics from me either. I make these videos for entertainment and entertainment only. Maybe it's because
Yeah, I like this guy's channel. He's funny.
The underscore
I'm schizophrenic,
unstoppable
but I
underscore
genuinely
for
don't-
underscore life super chatted $5. Sorry if this is a dumb question. But who is this loser?
iDubbbz? Oh, man. Where you been, Unstoppable? You remember Content Cop? He got popular like 10 years ago doing what's called Content Cops, where he would like pick somebody on YouTube who everybody hated, which is still a very popular format. I mean, you want to have a YouTube career, just pick something like Joe Rogan's a good one right now. iDubbbz is a good one right now. Just pick somebody that everybody hates and just make videos about that person. But he's kind of was one of the OGs of that. And the show was called Content Cop. And he would just make like hour-long episodes just shitting on the content creators. Like he did Leafy Was Here. He did Rice Gums. He did Keemstar. He did all the like the most hated people back then. And they're very popular. People still see those videos as like some of the best YouTube videos of all time. I was always like, it's alright. It's not even that funny. It's not. I mean, there's some moments that are a little bit funny, but it's not that funny. Even back then, I felt that way. I felt that way about H3H3 as well. I was like, I don't understand why everybody thinks this guy's funny. Like the Vape Nash video where he's going around dressed like a weird. Like I get it. It's a kind of a funny look, and he's taking big rips off of vapes, and it's like, but it's not really. Kind of a boring video to me. But it's to each their own. To each their own. That's what we say. But yeah, if you want to watch the rest of this, go follow this dude. I like this guy. I like that he has that he's actually American too. I mean, it's so frustrating. It's like every fucking video I see where somebody's doing a voiceover, always a fucking British dude. Always a British. They say it's really hard to make it on YouTube. Not if you're British or Australian or, you have any kind of funny sounding accent. I think that is a secret, like a secret to success on YouTube. If you have a funny sound, you speak English, that's important, but you speak it in a way that's either like British, Australian, or like PewDiePie, where you just sound funny in the first place. And you can make it on YouTube. So it's hard for everybody else, but if you're in one of those three categories, you can fucking do it. Do it. Go pick somebody you hate, use your snobby British accent to talk shit about them. You're going to be fucking making a lot of money. God bless you. Thank you, everybody. Fun show. A lot of super chats today. You guys rock. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I should be back tomorrow. Again, I try to do this show every night. So when I say I'm going to be here tomorrow, I have every intention of being here tomorrow night. But then sometimes life gets in the way. But I should be here tomorrow night. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, smash it. We're almost at 100. Hit that on the way out if you've enjoyed the show. And we'll see you tomorrow at 9-ish, maybe 9:30, sometime around then. Have a wonderful night, guys. See ya next time. Take care.
Please subscribe and hit the like, and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like, or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like, and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like, and ring that bell if you want notified.